Hey,
Nah, it's
Bob,
ticket. Yours is still
we on
echoing.
live. We on live. I ain't gonna say nothing. We on live. Hey, chill. Hey, man, what's up with them Celtics, man? Chill.
What's
Your
up?
mic is on.
I'm hot.
What's up? Yeah, what's up with them Celtics, dog?
What's up with them?
I'm asking you. What's up?
Okay, so are we talking about a team that was supposed to go 82-0?
No, I ain't saying that. I'm asking you.
What are we doing, man?
Y'all playing some real competition now.
Okay,
they'll
so
they'll take a couple of L's in a row. Chill. What's up, dog?
let me make sure I'm understand. Okay, I want to make sure I'm clear on this. So they're going up against a team that had the best defense in the league, and they lost in overtime to that team. So we'll start there. And then last night they were down, and they came back in a dogfight. Right? They came back from being down in a dogfight, and they didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Pritchard got to start making shots. He has to. I think in the last 3 games, I think he's shooting like 0 for 12, something nuts like that. He's got to start making shots. Hauser made shots last night. I thought they did a good job in getting on the backboard and making it a competitive game. Joel Embiid, I knew that he was going to go back and forth with Porzingis and play the way Porzingis play. I knew he was going to do that, just matching bucket for bucket. And when I say bucket for bucket, I mean how he was scoring. If Porzingis was on the perimeter, Embiid was going to be on the perimeter. If Porzingis went to the box, Embiid went to the box. That's the way that works. So, excuse me. So, I'm not at all tripping on what's going on right now with the Boston Celtics. I particularly dug what Jason Tatum did. A lot of people talk about Jason Tatum game and the way he scores. He had 15 rebounds last night. And the fact that you could do the other stuff to keep your team in the game, that's really important to me. I care about that. And I'm still on the Boston train.
So you still trust this coach in them big situations? You still think that if you get in a 7-game series, you can beat teams like you can beat teams like the Bucks or the Miami Heat? You still feel confident that in a 7-game series? Because I like watching that game last night.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Philly should have just blown them away. I felt like Philly let them off the hook and let them back into the game. I felt Philly just, I don't think Philly should have did what they did. I think they should have just blown them out. So shout out to Boston for getting back in the game. But Jaylen Brown was horrible for most of that game offensively. Tatum was bad offensively, and it's like if you don't have one, if they're not clicking offensively, I think they got to put White on the bench. I think they got to bring him off the bench to give their bench more pop and start one of them clowns from the bench. Because that bench, if one of those starters don't have a good night, that means somebody else has to have a superstar type of night if the Celtics are going to beat the good teams, bro. That's what I took away from last night's game. And one other thing I took away, I hate the refs this year, bro. Bro, that technical foul they called on Porzingis, bro, that is BS.
What about the one on Giannis? He got thrown out the game. Yeah, I wanted to fight that ref.
A dude that's flying at you when you in the middle air trying to dunk. Guys like Bob will probably understand this because he's a big guy, probably dunked on people before. Like, bro, if somebody flying at you, bro, like Batum was, and he dislocated his finger on that, bro, you should have a right to be able to hang on the rim, because I've seen players where dudes have crashed into dudes, and they don't hang in the rim, bro, you can't control your fall. So the fact that Porzingis, he wasn't trying to style on that or nothing like that, the fact they called a tech on that, and I'm glad old boy missed the free throw, but that could have cost them, that could have been a big factor in the game, because the game was that close. I'm sick of these officiate so far this year, bro. I think the officials are horrible, bro.
Go ahead, Damo. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Ticket, I'm with you on this Celtics bench. They definitely need to be better. Personally, I don't know why Delano, I don't know how you want to pronounce his name. I call him Delano. I think it's hilarious. But Delano, they got the 6'7" guard they got from the Raptors. They came over from the Raptors. I like him. I've been a Shvi Mikhailuk fan since he was on the Lakers. I mean, he's just a shooter, but hey, if you're going to sit there and shoot 47, 41 threes, you might as well bring more shooters off the bench to be able to help. I think they should go deeper into their bench or give different guys opportunities. I remember I remember OG was talking about Brissett at one point in time too. So if these guys aren't producing, if guys like Peyton Pritchard is playing bad, if you're not getting good minutes for anybody else off the bench, I mean, Sam Hauser had at least from the box score, because I did not watch the game. For at least from the box score, it looked like he had a pretty good game off the bench for him from a shooting perspective. I think you can go deeper in the bench and possibly bring some different guys off, and it might look a bit different. But yeah, they got to do something with this bench unit. It's not acceptable. Although Al Horford did have a bad game, I feel like if he played better, it might have looked different for that bench for him. But yeah.
So here's the thing, Damo. Let's get off Al Horford being a bucket getter, right? And let's get him back to being the dirty work guy. And I think I'm on record when I said Drew at the 1, move Brown to the 2, move Tatum to his natural position at the 3, put Horford at the 4, and put KP at the 5, and bring Derek White off the bench. So now your rotation is Derek White, Hauser, Pritchett, Brissett, who I really like. He gives them really good minutes as a dirty work guy, as an energy guy. He gives them really good minutes. I feel like if that's your rotation, I think you can be a little bit better. But Pritchett has to play better. Don't get me wrong. He gives you a lot of energy, takes care of the basketball. He's got to make shots, though. He can't just be on the floor, as in the words of Jalen Rose, he's one of us. No, he can't be on the floor.
Y'all sold on my boy Mars. Y'all sold on my boy now. Y'all was in here talking down on him the other day on my boy. He was guarding Tatum last night. Hey, my boy, he locking things up out here, Chilltown. Real talk.
I can't disagree with you, Ticket, as much as I want to. I can't.
And he balling offensively, Chill. And he balling offensively.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on Kelly Oubre, because Kelly Oubre actually is giving Philly really good minutes. Yo, we might be talking about the 6th man of the year, to be honest with you. As of right now,
he's starting though. Like last night, he started the game before that. I think he might eventually continue to start because he's just been playing so well.
So now he's not a rotation player anymore, because the way he was playing coming off the bench.
You got the strippers guys on your team, Nick Batum and those guys.
Yeah, right. We thought Robert Covington was going to start, but they got Robert Covington coming off the bench.
Yeah, I gotta disagree with you, OG. I can still disagree with Ticket. Asor is still a better defender. I stand on that.
Huh?
I'm a stand on.
We still doing
Yes,
we still doing that. After what you seen, we still doing that, dog.
Asor Thompson is still better. I'm not. That's still a better defender. A better defender.
We're gonna get on the Rockets, and we're gonna get on your Pistons, who can't close the game today. We're gonna get on them. We gonna get on them.
But before we do that, Mars, are we standing on business today?
Mars,
it's just a yes or no question.
I mean,
Mars feel the best out of everybody.
Everybody. Are we standing on business?
It depends what you mean by standing on business.
How you feel about that ass whooping last night, Mars?
No. We not going there just quite yet. We standing on business?
Okay,
not yet.
Okay.
He talking about Kelly Oubre and the
We standing on business, right?
The Pistons.
Why is this such a hard question for everybody? Ox, are you standing on business?
I'm standing on business, man.
All right, cool. I'm glad you said that, Chill, because this is actually directed towards you and Mr. Ox down there. Well, if the Sixers would have lost, it would be Joel Embiid's a bum. They needed Harden. I knew Tyrese Maxey wasn't that good. They're not contenders. Damo will be up here saying the process been over since 2020.
You don't know
why are we not saying this about the Celtics?
The process is over.
I'm gonna need people to stop speaking for me without knowing what I'm gonna say, because I got their box score pulled up right now, and I was going to lead with Ticket. You definitely were right. If they're going to do playmaking by committee, they don't need a playmaking point guard on that team. This team is looking fine. So please stop speaking for me.
How are you feeling about them right now, the Celtics? As far as what you're seeing right now, though, Damo.
I mean, I'm the same. I still feel the same about them as I always felt. I mean, I was like OG be saying, I'm not expecting them to go 82-0. So when they lose, I'm not going to just fall off the cliff of my expectations. They're still probably the best. No, they're still the best team in the East, in my opinion.
Huh?
They're still the best team in the NBA.
They're still the best team in the East.
We can't keep doing this.
They're better than Nuggets,
every time somebody loses. Okay. All right, hold on. One right there. Well, besides the Nuggets, they're a top 3 team in the NBA. So if you're a top 3 team in the NBA, you could be a best team in the NBA. That's you know what I'm saying.
I don't know. Bob,
every time somebody loses a game, we gotta come up with it. So how you feel now? They can't win now, right?
It's not about the Celtics.
Those
for
are
me.
marquee games. Those are marquee
games. The
process
process is over.
I told y'all that Philly was all right. I told y'all Philly was nice. I told y'all Philly can contend with anybody.
Bob, no, but those are Bob.
If the Celtics are the benchmarker, then yes.
Bob, those are marquee games, Bob. If you lose in these games, these are marquee games that could go into seeding, that could go into tiebreakers, that could go into playoff implications as far as how you feel going into the playoffs. Those marquee games are the ones you want to get for real. Like when we watch the Bucks in Philly, when we watch the Bucks in Boston, when we watch Boston in Philly, when we watch Miami and Boston, those are the games that we're really looking at to see, okay, who's who and who's what. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said before, bro, when I'm watching the Celtics, the 2 games they've had challenged, they failed those tests so far this season.
Right. Now, with that and with that being said, with that being said, we still got. I think the Celtics. What are they in third? No, I don't think they're that high. I think they still like maybe like.
Nah, they're in third. It's this Milwaukee over them, and then over Milwaukee is what you call it. So Milwaukee they're after Milwaukee.
And Ron, you got some nerve talking about Philadelphia. Just so we clear, Philadelphia had a top 4 record last year before the playoffs started.
It's Philly, chill. It's Philly.
Right.
It's Philly, Milwaukee.
Philly had a top 4 record last season. Yeah. I've seen this from Joel Embiid before. Joel Embiid this is not new. What I'm seeing from Joel Embiid. What Joel Embiid is going to be tested on is what he does in the postseason. Because I've seen this already. I've seen a dude who led the league in scoring last year, who was in second place in the league in scoring the last 2 years previous to that. I've seen Joel Embiid go for 59. I've seen Joel Embiid go for 48. That's not something that I'm thinking when I see him. I'm going, damn, Joel Embiid. He might. No, I already know who Joel Embiid is. The question is this going to translate into the playoffs? That's the $1 million question with Joel Embiid. I don't care about what I'm not going to say. I don't care about what he's doing right now. No, I'm not going to say that. But what I'm saying is this going to translate to what's going to happen in the postseason? That's what I'm concerned with. That's why I'm out on Philly, because the last 3 years it hasn't.
Chill. I get what you're saying with the Joel part, but everything else from Tyrese Maxey to Kelly Oubre to even Patrick Beverly and Robert Covington coming off the bench to Nick Nurse and the adjustments that he makes and how the team looks. All of that is important, combined with obviously what Joel Embiid does. Joel Embiid looks like the best player on the court, as he should. You said call it the Celtics? Yeah. Actually, let's do that because
Celtics ain't proved nothing.
They not. Jaylen Brown, he shows me inconsistencies in the playoffs. Jason Tatum shows me inconsistencies in the playoffs. Drew Holiday, contrary to popular belief, shows inconsistencies in the playoffs. Porzingis, has he even been in the playoffs? So I'm saying, like, the Celtics have the same questions. You guys talk about why not, Chill? Why not?
Jaylen Brown has moved more than Joel Embiid.
Why not? They've been since they've been together, they've been just as inconsistent as Joel Embiid in the playoffs. And on top of that, them niggas ain't won nothing. They're Eastern Conference Finals merchants.
Don't fall for this. He don't mean this shit. These
Eastern Conference. Look at my fingers. Eastern Conference Finals merchants. Hey, chat. Eastern Conference Finals merchants. That's all they do. They go to the Eastern Conference Finals and get their ass smoked.
Have they even been out the
year after year after year?
This whole process,
year after year after year.
Can Embiid even get there though? Can Embiid play consistently enough to get there? Like, what are we talking about? Jason Tatum has got it out of the Eastern Conference Finals. Jason Tatum has been more consistent in the playoffs than Joel Embiid.
They have been more successful than Philly. I'm not going to fight that. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to debate that. They've been more successful than Philly.
That's your logic. And twice in the last 5 years, who has shown Philly the door in the playoffs?
And that's why I said that this game is so important.
And the inconsistencies, you want me to get charged up for a game, the 8th or the 9th game in the regular season, as opposed to, just so you know, in 22, the Celtics, these how many games they beat Boston in the regular season. This is how many games they beat Philly in the regular season. The year before, I think in 2020, I think they beat them 3 out of the 4 times they played them. Philly got swept out the playoffs by Boston. Don't get me wrong. The regular season does matter. But I'm watching Jason Tatum in the playoffs against the Philadelphia 76ers in particular. If he doesn't do what he did in the fourth quarter, they're out. Now, you have a game 7, which, by the way, Joel Embiid and that Philadelphia 76ers team had an opportunity to win. And they had an opportunity to win game 6 because they were up in the series. They folded. They go back home. Boston goes back home and blows their doors off. I have seen Joel Embiid fold more in the playoffs than I have seen Jason Tatum in the Boston Celtics and Jaylen Brown. That is a fact.
I swear to
he
you.
was off Philly last in the playoffs. Didn't he just?
I'm about to say we just came off an offseason where Ron was so high on Philly,
and then the season started. Ox asked me how I feel about Philly, and I said I'm still rocking with Philly. Hey, the subtraction of James Harden. The subtraction of James Harden is bigger than what you guys
it's not.
ever made.
Yes,
it has. You can
not.
look at the team right now. And I told you guys this. Losing James Harden, I said sometimes less is more, and I said it was addition by subtraction in a good way, in an amazing way. That team is so much better without James Harden. In the pieces that they added, the dirty work guys like Patrick Beverly. Now they just got Robert Covington, Kelly Oubre. We can't talk about him enough. DeAnthony Melton. Those guys. Next to Joel Embiid fit so much better than Harden ever would have. And then on top of that, now Tobias is free. Tobias can actually ball now. He can ball in peace. He can ball in peace. I'm not saying Tobias is going to average 25, but it's going to be games where he certainly gets you 25 in big moments and has big games. Now he can actually ball.
Games where he gets 25 right now proves nothing. He's in the NBA. He's a starter in the NBA. Of course, there's going to be games he scores 25. That's not a big deal.
Why is it not a big deal?
Because so
25 from your third, fourth option is not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
So when Malik Monk scores 25, that's not a big deal for Sacramento. That doesn't help you guys.
It's gonna happen. What I'm saying is it's gonna happen. Like you saying, and Tobias Harris is gonna score 25 every once in a while. Yeah, of course he is. So what? That don't mean nothing come playoff time.
Why does so in a game 3 when he's in a close game in Boston when he goes and scores 25 points that's not big for them? What are you talking about?
In the play, Ron? When have we seen this happen in the playoffs? We talking about regular season basketball right now. Well, let's focus on this regular season basketball that we're talking about right now.
Let's stay right here.
This is what we're talking about. Right you're getting all hyped up. 6 games in 2 games into the season. Now all of a sudden. Oh, they lost James Harden, so yeah, they're gonna do this. The process is over.
And even with that being said, Ron, you've heard me say that I wanted James Harden to walk out the front door because I wanted to give the ball to Maxey. How much faster do they play now? How much more efficient are they now? With how much better are they defensively? Don't get me wrong. Joel Embiid has always been one of the better bigs in the game, if not the best big in the game. I think that what he's playing now, if that could translate to the playoffs, it would be incredible, and it would give them an opportunity to win. Only except it hasn't, and I understand that he's been beat up in the playoffs, and I understand that he's had some unfortunate injuries in the playoffs. He wasn't hurt in 2022 when they lost to the Atlanta Hawks in 2021. He wasn't hurt in that series. He wasn't. They had no business losing to Atlanta. None. They had no business losing to that team.
On top of that, chart in the comments saying also 25 from your third option is not a big deal. If my third option is averaging 25, that's amazing. That's
25 big odds.
That's more than I can ask for. Okay,
nobody.
That is amazing. That's great basketball. You're gonna have a hard time beating that. But if my third option is that it gets 25 every once in a while, that's what I expect from it. That's what I'm saying. Like if y'all can't process that, then we don't need to be talking about this no more. That's what I'm saying. Every third option in the NBA is gonna give you 25.
Maybe I'm not as out on the Sixers as everybody else, but I'm definitely not about to sit here and praise them to the heaven tops. They're doing what I'm expecting them to do with a guy that just won the MVP. I am impressed when I'm seeing with Tyrese Maxey getting a bigger role. I remember last year going into the playoffs and in the playoffs, that was something everybody talked about. I want to see what Maxey can do with the ball in his hands and having a bigger role. So we're seeing that, and so far it's great. All I'm concerned about with them, because we are talking about the Philadelphia 76ers, is health. They are a deeper team than Boston, but I need to make sure their bench is healthy in the playoffs. If their bench isn't healthy in the playoffs, they're going to be as shallow as Boston is. And if Boston's top 5, top 6 is healthy, this is going to be a neck-and-neck battle between these two. So I still need to see. It's still a bunch of wait and see. With some of these teams in the league, yes, I will overreact. It's cause for overreaction. I'm praising every win. I'm hard on every loss. Paul, that's crazy. But with some teams, with other teams, especially teams that historically have shown you in the regular season, they play well, and in the postseason it's a shift. I need to see it. And Philly is that team.
Ain't gonna be no neck and neck in the playoffs. I ain't gonna be no damn neck and neck.
I don't understand why we give the Celtics so much praise for going to the Eastern Conference Finals every year and coming up short. You just said Joel Embiid gets beat up in the playoffs. Hey, it looked like Jason Tatum walk out the playoffs with black eyes too, especially when Jimmy Butler come around. Hey, it looked like Jaylen Brown's left arm be broke.
This is nonsense, Ron. Let's stop talking like Miami owns them. The year before that, they beat Miami. So why are we talking like Miami owns them? No, they don't.
I mean,
the year before that, Miami was shown the door by the Boston Celtics on their home floor in Game 7. That happened. I did not imagine that. That absolutely happened. So let's stop talking like they own them, because no, they don't. They do not. And on top of that, if Jason Tatum doesn't get hurt in that Game 7 in the first 5 seconds of the game, they smoked Miami in that Game 7.
Factually, everything Ron is saying about these two teams compared to each other is just incorrect. It's just wrong.
What's incorrect? But see, that's the energy I'm talking about. Because if I said, well, Joel Embiid tore his meniscus last year, you guys would be up here doing backflips. Okay, so y'all got injury concerns too. You see?
I'm not talking about injuries. That's not what I'm talking about. Y'all just yelling, and the facts still are. You're trying to like what you're trying to say is you're trying to sell us that the Boston Celtics are not a by far more successful franchise in the past 6-7 years by saying that this team never won a championship. They never won a championship. This team has never even made it out the second round, Brian. So you cannot keep saying that.
I said that they're more successful. I said I can't argue that. I said Tatum's been more successful than Embiid. The team has been better. The team has been more successful.
You're saying we're hyping this team because they're what'd you call them? Eastern Conference Finals merchants?
Yes, and we could go a step farther. Their two best players have been inconsistent as well. It's still questions with that duo. Just because they both got $600 million combined in supermaxes, it's still questions with their fit together. It's like that. It's still glaring.
We in year 7, Ron.
You don't remember just right before that finals run, everybody was saying. Matter of fact, even last year, people were saying Jaylen Brown needs to be traded. This isn't going to happen. This isn't going to work.
KD.
So, look, you said what for KD?
For KD, not just traded for KD. Don't make it sound like he was on the block because this wasn't working. No, he was on the block because KD was available. So
I will say, Ron, I was the person saying those are two Robins on that team. I was that person. I'm still that person. I'm not.
Yeah, I was about to say I was that person agreeing with you.
There's Nightwing and Robin. I still feel that way until something changes.
Who's Nightwing?
Oh, Tatum's Nightwing. Jaylen Brown is Robin.
Okay, and then what's Porzingis then?
Calendar man? I'm joking. Yet to be seen. I gotta see him more. Porzingis actually playing meaningful basketball, so I gotta see him throughout the season to really like grade him. But I like what I've seen from Porzingis so far this season playing with him.
I'm saying after last night, it might be a 1A, 1B, 1C type situation, or 2A, 2B, 2C.
I think that we've already
established. You cool with the coaching? You cool with the coaching, Chill? Right now, the coaching you cool with?
I don't hate it. Let's just say that. And we already had this conversation. If the Boston Celtics by, I don't know, let's say December or by January, if they still hovering at around 500, don't think Sam Cassell ain't gonna move over a seat. I'm already on record saying that. So that's number one. And
I thought it would be Doc Rivers. You thought it would be Sam Cassell. We on that.
And to Mavs Don, you telling me to hop off Tatum much. You are president of the Luka Doncic Glaze Club. You actually got shiners for his nuts. You got some nerve talking about me hopping off somebody. That's you, homeboy. You stay on that dude's sack. So let's chill out. Let's chill out with that, my man. You stay on his sack. That's all you ever talk about. You gonna talk about me and Jason Tatum? You probably got a house next to his. Give me a break. Anyway, I'm sorry, Ron.
Wax on, wax off is crazy.
Yes.
All right, y'all. I guess it's a good time to go ahead and move on. Got some super chats. Right from the top, Indoor Voices sent one through and said, swap AD for Prime KG. Does LA still win in 2020?
I want to hear from Ox on this.
They win more.
Lakers in 4.
Prime KG clears AD 2020, so of course.
Thank you, Bob.
Lakers in 3.
Bob, they probably win 2 championships with Prime KG.
Man, Miami stopped showing up to the games. They're like, man,
is Rob Pelinka gonna try to make KG play the center the next year? Because if that's the case,
it don't matter. KG didn't care about that. KG was gonna play wherever you put him out there. KG was gonna play. KG didn't care. He was gonna bring it either way. He wasn't gonna complain about position, whether it's 4 or 5. Bob know this. A Prime KG was just gonna give it to you either way. However you wanted, he was gonna come give it to you.
anywhere.
Only dude that cry about that is the dude that's on my avatar, Damo. And since you said that, y'all need to be crying about him getting him moved now. He needs to be traded immediately, bro. I don't understand how you can miss one game.
What's the next super chat? What's the next? Can we just do super chats, please? Oh my god,
chill.
I'm so sorry.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Check it. I'm listening.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
This is the one thing I don't understand, and there's two guys I don't understand this with. In the NBA, Chill Town, we come from an era when you look in the 90s and the early 2000s, guys was clocking 82, 79 games.
Right.
You think all those games these guys weren't nicked up, had little knick-knack injury stuff where they couldn't play? No, they played.
Right.
My whole point is this, bro. You're going into that game last night. You're AD. You said after the last game, I'm going to be fine to play the next game. That's what he said. Go look it up.
He did say that. He did say that. Yes, he did.
You got a dude like
he probably woke up.
Houston Rockets team that hold on, Bob. You got a Houston Rockets team that don't won a couple of games in a row. You could say there was fluke games against the Bob Sacramento Kings or whatever because they didn't hurt or whatever. Hold on, Bob. Listen. They've been playing teams that haven't been at full strength. I just put it like that, right? You're missing your best player, so I'm gonna just tell the truth. I'm not gonna cap. I'm gonna tell the truth, right? You coming in, you got Dillon Brooks out here running his mouth, talking to a 39-year-old man, right? You're AD, bro. The Lakers are floundering right now early in the season, bro. Why in the hell are you playing this game last night, knowing that you guys need that win, knowing that you're going into the Suns on Friday night? Bro, you play these games. These are the games during the course of the regular season, bro, that you put in the bank. You don't go and lose games like this to the Houston Rockets, games that you need to go to win, games you need to put in the bank. When you have a chance to put these type of games in the bank and send a statement and send a message, you do that, because what you have done now is you created a situation where the Houston Rockets now have false security that they can actually beat up, talk shit, and disrespect the Los Angeles Lakers. So next time they play them, they're going to even have even more confidence coming and playing these guys instead of having less confidence. A lot of those things go into what you doing. My whole thing with AD is this, bro. Bro, either you want to play on a night-to-night basis and you want to be a man and you want to be dominant and you want to push through and fight through, because like you did your first year when you came to the Lakers, or we going to do the same thing over and over again this year. Because it's the same thing that's going to happen. He's going to miss a few games, if he hurt though, then miss 20 games.
Hold on.
Stop, man. You copying me.
I can't do this shit. Y'all listen. I have to, Damo. No, Damo.
We do it every day. Today's the day we just let it go.
Hey, go ahead. And guess what? You're going to have the same result with 80 every single day if y'all let Bob come in here and tell him what y'all going to tell. He's going to tell y'all right now. Go ahead.
He's gonna tell me super chat.
I mean, it's simple. You said it yourself. They play Phoenix tomorrow. You know, whatever his might not be an injury, whatever is hurting him. They probably like, yo, rest it, no big deal. You know, would you be ready for Friday?
Okay, so
I don't know if I would play.
Hold on, big guy.
I asked you, would you play?
No, hold on. I'm sorry, Mars. We have to do this. And the reason why we got to do this is because what we're doing is we simplifying it like it's nothing. So you guys know AD has an adductor spasm. I don't know if you guys know this, but your adductor
the inside.
Focus.
Is that the inside of the hip?
Your adductor muscle is the muscle that allows you to lift up your leg when you run. So if he ends up tearing that, he's out for the season. He's done. Finished. It's the same injury.
One game is gonna heal that?
I'm not done. It's the same injury that Willis Reed had. The same when he was dragging his leg and he shouldn't even play. It's the same injury that he had, but he has a spasm in it, which could be worse unless he gets right. Now we know who Anthony Davis is at this point. He's gonna get hurt. We already know that. But what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna make this dude go out there when he ain't ready. Because we need to hold on to him for as long as we possibly can.
Okay, so Chill, that's what I was trying to say. And I'm trying to say,
but I asked you, would you play?
All right, I'm telling you.
Okay, hold on, Ron. You know Bob. Ron, would Bob play? Would Bob play, Ron?
I'll answer that after he answers. I'll tell you the actual truth if he capping or not.
How Ron gonna answer the question for me?
Because he knows you, nigga. Because he knows you.
I don't know if Bob play because I didn't know what happened. Adductor muscle. You know,
Ron, if that nigga's hips was hurting, would he play?
It ain't just hips hurting, no. But look, if I know we're playing the Suns on Friday, you know, and no disrespect, Mark, because they popped us twice. But come on, man. Come on. Like, I'm feeling like I don't play.
Would Bob play, Ron? Tell the truth, Ron.
Listen what I'm saying, bro. I don't got to play against Houston because we're not worried about them in March. We're not worried about them in April.
Houston is a playoff team right now.
So you're not worried about Houston?
As of right now, Houston is a playoff team.
As of today. But come March, come April, we're actually worried about the Phoenix Suns. We're not
March.
We're not thinking about it. I mean, it's not disrespectful.
I'm trying to move on. I genuinely, I'm trying to move on.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, Mars, let's move on. You don't want to talk about this.
We don't got to.
No, we speak about AD every day. When he does play, he's soft. When he doesn't play, he's soft.
Right.
All right, I got one. Let's talk about LeBron.
We don't got to. I heard.
All right. Go, proceed. Go ahead. Proceed.
Y'all beautiful yesterday too. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. Bro. That's all I gotta say. If we play the Rockets yesterday, we play the Suns on Friday, and my hip is fucked up, messed up. My bad. If my hip is messed up.
Hey, Ron, I'm just letting you know. Ron, I'm just letting you know, and everybody know, I'm retiring from Anthony Davis conversations because niggas don't keep the same energy. If I can sit up here, no, Ticket, stop. I let niggas talk. Please let me finish. If I can come up here when Russ has a good game and acknowledge he has a good game, talk about the great things he does when he has a good game, and also critique him when he's bad. If I can come up here and talk about all these players I criticize and slander when they have good games, acknowledge it, and talk about them when they play bad, it makes no sense for people to come on this platform and sit here and slander AD. When he plays good, you need more. When he plays bad, he's trash. When he doesn't play, he's soft. When he comes back from injury, he's still soft. There's no winning that conversation. So I'm done talking about Anthony Davis. It's no point. Just like I'm done doing LeBron and Jordan debates. It's no point. I'm literally telling you, my hat is off. My hat is in the way.
Y'all niggas get on y'all knees for AD, man. I ain't never seen a nigga get on their knees for another nigga so much.
Yo, Ticket.
Saying
we don't want to talk about someone is also on our knees.
That's whack, dog. No. That's whack. That's whack. He always know. That's whack. Hold on. That's whack that Damo. That's whack that Damo see a dude that's as talented as AD and let him off the hook over and over and over and over again. It's always an excuse. If AD not playing well offensively, Damo say, "Oh, I don't care about that. I look at what he did defensively."
It doesn't matter. When I tell you,
I'm saying, but you hold on. But you always make an excuse, Damo.
No, this is crazy. When I tell you my expectation for Anthony Davis, when I tell you what I see when I'm watching Anthony Davis, it doesn't fucking matter because you care about your expectation and what you feel he should do.
So let me ask you one question, Damo, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Damo, I want to ask you one question, Damo, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Do you think the Lakers with Anthony Davis can win another championship with AD?
Yes.
It's a hell of a drug, Ron. It's a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug.
You want to know why? You want to know why?
Do you think the Lakers can win another championship with AD?
The Lakers can win another championship with LeBron and AD if the rest of the others play well. If the role players play well, then yes, there'll be no.
I'm saying right. No. I'm saying no. I'm not saying no. I'm saying no. No. I'm not saying no.
Playing like dog trash.
I'm not saying no. Hold on, Damo. I'm not saying no, Damo. I'm not saying no, Damo. I'm asking you the same way I asked y'all yesterday about the Celtics. I'm asking all of y'all. Do y'all think that the Lakers, as currently constructed, if they're playing well, can win another championship with AD on the team?
Yes.
Lord Jesus have mercy.
Why can't they win a ticket? Hold on, Damo.
Because we seen them max out last year.
Why can't they win a ticket? What's the problem?
Because they're not better than the Denver Nuggets.
Okay, now that's fair. All right, that's fair.
They're not better. Them at their best is not better than the Nuggets at their best. Them at their best is not better than Milwaukee Bucks at their best.
Yes, they are.
Them at their best. Do you think they're better than the Celtics at their best?
How it works, though. That's just not how.
Hold on. You pick the Celtics to win a championship. Do you think they're better than Boston at their best?
No, I don't. But they can still win.
You pick Boston to win a chip,
right?
So do you think the Lakers at their best with AD right now can beat Boston in a 7-game series?
You ask direct questions.
I'm just asking because y'all telling me that y'all think AD they can win another chip with AD. So these are the teams that they would have to beat.
So does that take away from how awesome he is, Ticket? That doesn't mean that he's not an awesome. That's exactly what you're saying.
I'm not chill. You're not hearing me, bro. Are we in the business, Chip Town? Are we in the business? The guy that your favorite player is that you think is a GOAT. Is he in the business of being awesome or winning championships, bro?
Both.
But he's in the business of winning championships at this point, right?
He's not in the business of winning championships and sucking. No, that's not how that works.
Boy, Ron, these niggas allow for anything to go against me. Go ahead.
No, we're not. I'm not going against you, Ticket.
No, we are. We hate you, Ticket.
I will.
Yo, no, actually,
do you remember that? Write that shit down. Take a picture.
Anything come out your mouth, nigga, I got something against
Great. We
You.
hate each other.
I'm a
hate
hater.
each other. Super chats.
Hey, you
all right, y'all. Let's reel it back in. Yo, before I get to the next super chat, I actually want to ask you, Mars, what's glaring on the planet of Mars? What is it that you want to talk about? What's trending on that planet right now? Talk to us.
I'm not. Like I said yesterday, we were the favorites against the Lakers. Us beating them. I'm not about to push some crazy agenda.
I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm just talking about in general. What is it something specific you want to talk about?
You actually had y'all smoking them yesterday. You said that.
Yes.
Yeah, you had.
I also thought AD wasn't playing, and you guys told me he was. I was going.
Well, I thought he was because he said he was going to go. That's why.
I was going into the game thinking he wasn't going to play. So I went in there thinking no AD, no Jackson Hayes. They're too small. Right. What happens? No AD, no Jackson Hayes. They're too small. Layup line at the rim. Sengun's bullying Rui Hachimura in the post. I saw the Lakers try bring in Colin Castleton. Shout out to him, but he picks up 2 fouls in 22 seconds because he can't guard Sengun. It was just getting to the rim whenever we want. So for me, I'm watching that game. Nothing really surprised me. I'm just happy to see Tari Eason back. That's someone we missed. It was great to see Tari Eason back. Very happy to see him. I think we played great defense. I'm loving our transition defense this year. I think we might have the best transition defense in the league right now, but don't quote me on that. Dylan Brooks played good defense like I expected him to.
We got something to say about that.
Now, that defense in general, but transition, I think it might be us.
I like the way y'all get back on defense. I do.
But on the negative note, Jalen Green needs to make some free throws. I don't know. The last 2 games, he's 3 for 11. Might want to just make some free throws, please. But I'm very happy with what we're doing, and I think our next game is against the Pelicans. I hope to beat them too because I've seen the Timberwolves handle them. So
how long until a minute's back?
I think it's a couple weeks. I think that's what it says, just a few weeks. But I'm under the impression. I have no reason to believe this. I'm under the impression he's probably going to get sent to the G League, in my opinion. I think he's probably going to get sent to the G League because I think Ime likes what Aaron Holiday's doing, just from an off-ball standpoint, and he does compete on defense as well. Because Amen right now on offense, I think he just needs to be put in a place where he has the ball in his hands. I don't think he's going to have that here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets sent to the G League. But I'm with it either way. But I do know an ankle sprain. I'm assuming a couple weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, somewhere in that range. So he's missed about a week so far, so I guess like another 1 or 2 weeks before.
You don't think with his offense, it's something that can just come along like with his brother? Like with Asor, these last couple of games, it's kind of he found like his role in the offense. Well, I guess it depends on the offense. It's dependent on the offense that he's in, but he's found like his way to be effective on the offensive end. He's not taking too many shots, but the shots that he's taking, smart shots. He's playing within himself. Do you think that's something a man can replicate or do as well? Or is it just, we got too many guys on ball. He's not the type of player to play off ball. It just won't work.
I think it's different with Asar because, well, for me anyway, coming in, Asar was the one where I saw his role in the offense making more sense because he wasn't as on ball as his brother. I saw him as someone who could be more of a card, play more in transition without the ball, finish lobs, etc. Amen was the one who had the higher offensive upside. But we knew he was someone who not needed, but had the ball in his hands a lot. His best asset on offense was his passing. So what you need from him offensively in order to get the best out of him is him with the ball. And I don't know with this current roster construction that there's a way for him to get the ball without respectfully being a detriment to our offense at this point in time, which is why I think Houston probably would send him to the G League. Maybe Ime wants to give him the reps in the NBA, but I don't want to say he's going to make us lose because I don't think he's going to make us lose, but it's going to definitely be a learning process for him, which I'm more than happy to let him go through in the NBA. But I think with Asar, it just made more sense for him to.
I think the Houston Rockets are fool's gold right now. I think they've been lucky to play hurt teams that are injured, had key guys out. I think that when I watch them, I don't know what the hell they're trying to do during the course of the game. It just seems like you would think Fred VanVleet has control of the game, but sometimes I don't know, like, do you want to play inside? Do you want to play outside? Do you want to play on the perimeter? How do you want to play? I don't get a sense that they come in every single night with a certain style of. I don't think they have established how they want to play yet. I think that they have shown areas where you have guys who are talented on the team. I like the dude that comes off the bench with that came back last night with the braids. I forget his name. That role player. I like his energy he brings to the team. I like the big man they got. He's a skilled big guy. He doesn't force anything. He lets the game come to him. Sagoon, I like him. I also thought Jalen Green played his probably most effective game and efficient game of the season last night. But it's still, I still don't see how the pieces are going to fit. I don't like those threes. Fred VanVleet always like the jack up coming off the screen that he's shooting bricks on. I don't like all the decisions that they're making as a team. I see Ime talking to him on the sideline all the time, but I don't like all the decisions I see them making right now during the course of the game. I think that they do have talent on the roster. I think that Ime is going to have some work to do actually putting together what is their identity. Maybe Marks can tell me what their identity is as a team because I don't see it yet. I just see talented guys that have been able to play against some teams that have been depleted and get some wins. So I don't know. Maybe you can let me know, Mars, what you think the Houston Rockets' identity is right now.
The identity definitely starts with defense. It's a defense-first identity. With Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, Jayshawn Tate, now Tyrese back. Jalen Green has stepped up immensely on defense. If anyone's paying attention, he's been a legitimately good defender this year. We're definitely switching a lot more, especially 1 through 4. That's something that we put an emphasis on. If you listen to Ime's post-game press conferences, that's something he's harping on a lot. That's why he was I'm not going to say very upset, but his main issue with us, especially after the first game of the season, was how we were blowing our assignments with switches, talking about how we shouldn't be getting back cut if we're switching, because if you switch, the back cut is the last thing you should be giving up because you should have one man already there playing that side. So he's definitely harping on our defense. Like I said, our transition defense is allowing the least amount of points in the league. Those type of things. On offense, I agree with you about the Fred VanVleet pull-up threes. Definitely not a fan of them. But I do like when it comes to his facilitating, I do like some of the passes I've seen him make out of pick and roll when he actually gets downhill. Made a few great passes to Jeff Green yesterday. Offensively, it's definitely Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun who are our main guys. Definitely he's using a lot of empty side pick and rolls with those two. Just trying to get the best offense we can, using Alperen Sengun in the middle of the floor as well as a playmaker. And then in the post, we're trying to get as much off-ball action as we can around Sengun to find cutters or threes, whatever the case may be. We're running a few Iverson cuts for Jalen Green to come off, and then Carl get downhill, get to the rim. Jalen Green seems to be improving finishing with his left hand. Another thing that I'm happy to see. He's also getting to the line more. I think Jayshawn Tate
I heard the announcers talking about Jalen Green last night and saying that he's kind of tearing down the notion that he's an inefficient player and stuff like that this year. He's being a little bit more efficient. But how good do you think Sagoon is, Mars? Just as a big, like compared to other ones in the league? Because I do think he's skilled. I don't think they feed him enough based off what I saw the last couple games. I do think they should, like, when you're efficient like that, I do believe you should get the ball more. And I think that sometimes the Houston Rockets get into taking more jump shots than they actually do throwing him the ball in the post, because he do got skills. He can score in the post. I like his jump hook. I like his game in the post. He take his time. He go to work. I like that about him. But where do you guys rank him at as centers right now in the league? Do y'all think he's like one of the, y'all think he's on the level or he'll be on the level like a Sabonis or something like that, or what?
I said he'll be top 10 going into the season. I said this is going to be the year he's going to be a top 10 center.
He did say that. And I think he will be top 10 by the end of the year. I don't think he is right now. I'm still giving a lot of guys from last season the benefit of the doubt and stuff. But yeah, I think there's Sabonis level potential with Sengun for sure. I also do think his defense looks better this year. Not necessarily saying he's massively improved, but I think Ime's put a good defensive scheme around him to make him look like not a liability, which is progress. But yeah, offensively, I think he's extremely gifted as a passer, as a post scorer. He is one of the most efficient post scorers in the league right now, even though he's not doing Jokic volume in the post or anything, but he's very efficient when he's down there. His footwork is great, very strong, great touch around the rim. He says he studies from Jokic, so you can see he does his little floaters, plays physically down there, so you can see that he's definitely watching Jokic. But I don't think he's ever going to be that good. But I think Sabonis is definitely within reach for him. But I want to just give Ime his praise. Just not only what I'm seeing from the team defensively, the way he's motivating the team. He spoke about it yesterday. He's trying to motivate Jalen Green, talking about Austin Reeves made Team USA over you. Like he's trying to give him that energy. And then Jalen Green clearly outplayed Austin Reeves yesterday.
But
Yo,
Harden,
why did Jalen Green only play 21 minutes? I didn't get a chance to watch the game.
Because the game was over in the
they
first
handled the
half.
Lakers last night, Ron.
We was up 20. We was up 20 at half. Jalen Green, the game was over in the third quarter.
Yeah.
He played a couple minutes in the fourth when the game was over, but the game was over within like.
Chill. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, I'm just saying he had 28 points in 21 minutes.
No, he hit like 5 threes. I mean, he was hitting those threes last night. But chill, I had a problem with the other guys from the Lakers, bro. I don't think that and the guys that was on the team, I don't think they matched that physicality. I thought Dillon Brooks brought the physicality to LeBron James, and I thought LeBron was trying to bang with him, but I don't think the other guys brought it. Like when you got a guy that's like Dillon Brooks that's running his mouth, yapping off, talking shit, somebody got to go take a hit for the team, bro. I don't see none of that with the Lakers, bro. I don't see no toughness. I don't see nobody giving hard fouls. I don't see nobody when Dillon Brooks is coming off a screen, like trying to just knock his lights out. I don't see that with this team. I don't see no nastiness.
Because we don't have that. Nobody has that in the league. That's not what the league is today.
No. Dillon Brooks has it. Hold on. Dillon Brooks is showing you he has a nastiness to him.
Yeah,
bro. He listen. The way he was banging with LeBron James, he wasn't trying to do no cop outs. I'm thinking last night maybe he's gonna try and pull the chair. Maybe he's gonna try and do something crazy with LeBron. No, he's literally trying to bang with this guy. He's literally
every time he gets a stop, you see him. He's yelling at the crowds. He's doing everything.
Like
every
chill.
time
He got the nasty to him, Chill Town. So don't say he ain't got that nasty to him.
I didn't say he didn't. I didn't say he doesn't have the nasty.
No. I'm just saying I don't think anybody from the Lakers, Chill. You don't have to be a goon, but I'm just saying, bro. Like you playing with LeBron James, Chill. I'm playing with if you're a top player in the league, and Bob know this, Damo know this, and Ron know this. Somebody on the team got to protect the star. You got to do like this yapping off, coming at him, going hard. When he come off the screen, somebody got to send him an elbow or something, send him a message like, bro, this ain't we not finna punk us tonight. Because he's acting like, I'm not saying he did it, Chill Town, because Bron just took him old school, went to the basket a couple times and just muscled him down there. But you can't have Bron doing that at 39 years old. Somebody got to come across and send guys like that a message on a night-to-night basis, or other teams gonna start thinking it's sweet. Because I will tell you the truth, I don't like Dillon Brooks, but I love the energy he brought last night, and it did kind of frustrate LeBron James in a couple possessions. I remember one where he spun to the basket, lost the ball, and just turned it over. And Dillon Brooks screaming to the crowd, bro, somebody got like, you do that to my teammate, bro. I'm catching you coming across that screen next time I see you. I just didn't see that, Chill Town, and I thought, and I'm terribly disappointed, and I have to give Damo this. I'm terribly disappointed in Christian Woods. Because I said before the season, I thought that if AD was out, Christian Woods is supposed to be that guy that could fill in. And I know it's early in the season, but Christian Woods has been a disaster in these last couple of games, bro. And for last night, for you to have an opportunity, Chill Town, I had to give y'all's credit, bro. Bro, all of that stuff I seen in Dallas and other places where he's putting up these numbers and doing all this other stuff, where was that when you needed it last night when your main guy's not playing and you're starting? There's no excuses, bro. Him, Cam Reddish, all these dudes are getting opportunities, bro. Austin Reeves, you got paid. What's going on?
Hey, go a step back real quick, Tiki. That's just not gonna affect Dillon Brooks. That's just gonna turn Dillon up. I'm trying to tell y'all during the playoffs when the whole world was hating on Dillon Brooks, and you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell y'all that boy is a dog. He's a dog, bro.
You don't think somebody bringing it to him is going to affect him?
Not at all. It's gonna turn him up. I told you this sounded gunshots charge him up. That's not going to do nothing to Dillon Brooks. I'm not saying Dillon Brooks is the best player on the court. I'm not saying that he's gonna get mad and go for 40 and all that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're not stopping him on that basketball court. He's a bigger Pat Beverly. That's all that physicality. That's how he want to play. No, I know, I see it in him. I know cats like Dillon Brooks. That's gonna turn him up. Dillon Brooks the type of cat you want to play with.
No, I mean, I understand. I'm just saying I didn't see nobody that was going to send a message to him like, yo, you're not going to do this to our best player. Like, you got a guy like LeBron James on your team, one of the key guys, LeBron, whether it's KD, whether it's one of the key guys, Luka, one of the key guys, and you see another guy trying to, like, bully or go at them. Chilltown knows this. It's always a guy that's going to take one for the team. He's going to say, you know what, this guy, you're not going to do our star player like this. Well, I'll take a hard foul or something like that.
Who on that roster is supposed to do that to Dillon Brooks?
No, you're not hearing me, though. Anybody. Hold on. It could be anybody that comes off the bench. It could be
Gabe Vincent. He's that kind of player.
Gabe Vincent get hurt playing around.
You take a hard, no, I'm saying, but you take a hard foul and you let them know, hey, dog, you're not finna just come in here and just do it. It's not gonna be like that. And that's the problem I have with the Lakers. I said I don't see no nastiness. Right.
Gabe Vincent, Christian Wood, and Vandy's hurt. So I mean, Vandy's another dirty work guy. Torian Prince is another one of those guys. I mean, they got guys like that. It's just a matter of putting it together. That's all.
Dylan to sit one of them niggas down.
It's just a matter of is this the same Dylan? Is this the same Dylan Brooks that we talked about yesterday? Who, when LeBron walked up on him, he basically cheesed up. Is this the same Dylan Brooks that we talked about?
That still gave
176%
effort on defense in that series.
100%, he did. I'm not saying
it's not
that.
like he backed down.
What I'm saying is a guy like Dylan Brooks. You can't. It can't be mano a mano with him. No, you got to beat him in a psychological way, because you can't just get in the middle of the ring and just throw punches with him, because that's how he wants to play. No, you got to get in his head in a different way. And the way that you don't get in his head is if he's running off screens and you pop him with an elbow. Now you bring more attention to him, and that's basically his game. That's how he wants to play. He's that kind of player, as opposed to doing simple stuff like, let's say he gets like put on the floor and you help him up, and then when ain't nobody looking, you pop him. Stuff like that. Now you get in his head.
Yo, what's good, Damo? Talk to us.
Is this a good time now to acknowledge that Wemby needs to actually learn and adjust to the defenders in the NBA? Because I was screamed at this offseason saying it's going to be better defenders that guard him, that give him problems. But because he's 7'12", no one's going to bother him. But Mitchell Robinson, the same one I said gave AD problems playing center, gave Wemby problems. Is now the time?
Let's talk about that real quick then.
I'm going to say is now the time to acknowledge that Wemby needs to learn.
Since you want to be funny, let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm still blaming it on Gregg Pop.
I don't think it's being funny. I think it's
hold on, Bob. I'm still blaming that on Gregg Popovich, because I'm watching the game and Gregg Popovich has let this kid down. He is not putting him in the best positions to be successful. Should no 7-footer come out in the game, start jacking up jump shots from the beginning of the game? Popovich knows this. No, you're not.
That's how he plays.
No, you're not.
That's what got everyone infatuated.
Mars. No. But listen, Mars. Listen, where I'm coming from.
Okay, carry on.
I'm saying this. I'm saying if you're Pop, put him in pick and roll actions early. Put him in actions where he's moving. Don't just have him standing on the perimeter waiting to catch the ball, bro. I'm saying get him moving early on and make him have to get the ball on movement. He's great at that, but they don't do that. They don't put him in action, pick and roll actions a lot. They don't do none of that. They basically have him standing on the wing or waiting for somebody to set a down screen on the post on the catch on the other block. They don't have any real movement, or they put him in a horns action, throw him the ball and expect him to do something crazy. Come on, bro. That's not going to work.
Y'all pitiful.
I just want the record to show that so far this season, every time the conversation of Wembyama has came up, Ticket has done nothing but blame Pop. But
it's the truth. You blame Darvin Ham.
I'm about to say, but when I blame Darvin Ham, you tell me I don't know basketball. So this is why. But again, when I say Wemby needs to, I am all for being patient with Wemby. Let's temper the expectations, because he has to face better defenders in the NBA. You screamed at me, who are these defenders? Who's going to guard him? I've watched guys like Nurkic give him problems. KD gave him problems. Now I'm watching Mitchell Robinson give him problems. I'm not saying these guys are locking him down, and I'm not saying he's trash. That's far from it. Wemby is still spectacular. But can you admit that Wemby definitely needs to learn to play different guys? He has to go against Mitch a couple times to know how to go against Mitch. He has to go against guys like Giannis to know how to go against Giannis. I'm with you,
Damo. Listen, my brother from another. I'm with you on part of what you're saying. All I'm saying is, as a coach, you should put that player in a better position to be successful against Mitchell Robinson and those guys. You're not going to do that if you just have him stand on the perimeter, jacking up, because once he misses the first few shots, his confidence is going to be gone because the crowd's going to get on him. You need to get him going to the basket. They don't do that, bro. They don't have a real point guard, bro. And that's the part I think that hurts.
They do. He's just not starting. They have a real point guard. He's just not starting.
Very true.
Well,
I think everyone up here and in the chat is in agreement. Trey Jones needs to be
Trey Jones needs
to be starting point guard, not Jeremy Sochan. Pop is on terrorist watch.
Right. So hold on. So that's what I'm saying to you is that he's not. That's my whole point to you, Dom. It ain't that. It's not just Wemby. Look, Wemby should have a mind to do certain things. I agree with you and Bob on that. Bob was like, "Yo, get in the post up, demand the ball, this, that, and the third." But the play calling is putting him on the perimeter. I'm watching the play calling. The play calling literally has action going away from him. Like, they're not like, this is the number 1 overall pick. He ain't coming to no team that's loaded full of superstar talent and nothing. That focus should be around him right now. Building him. Let's see what he is and see what he got so we can see what we need to put around him going forward in order to win.
He had a lot of shots.
This the thing. Y'all so sold on this kid that was terrorizing France. He was terrorizing France, and we like, yo, let him come to the league and let's see what happens. Y'all was so sold, bought so high so early that now when he comes over here and he's not doing exactly what y'all thought he was going to do, exactly when y'all want him to do it, instead of just accepting the fact that he's a child and he's going to get better, y'all want to blame Gregg Popovich.
Yeah, it's coaching.
And I stand with Ox. I think this shit is insane.
Y'all
like if you guys are watching, clearly you know Gregg Popovich ain't even put his thumbs on Wemby yet. He hasn't put his thumbs on Jeremy Sochan. If you guys are watching, he's letting them. My man Music by P said it in the chat. He's letting them. Hold on, right quick. He's letting them find themselves as players. Especially Jeremy. You can see like you. Why do you not do that?
No, but Ron, remember 2 months ago, what was the first thing they said about the Spurs? Everything we were worried about Pop was don't do too much with Wemby. Let him be himself. That was the thing we were saying 2 months ago.
No, but we're saying no, Mars. What I'm saying is this: when I say Mars, listen one thing, Mars, listen one thing. I'm not saying let him go out there and play street ball. I'm saying let him be himself. But have sets where you're putting him in position.
Himself to
highlight the strips. All I'm saying is, if any of y'all sit in here and tell me that y'all think Popovich has put him in the best position to highlight his strengths, that's a lie. That's a lie, bro.
Ticket. Seven games in. 7 games in. I don't believe he has. But I'm like, let's give it some time. I believe in what I've seen the last 20 years. I
think he needs the ball more. Everywhere else, I think he's doing what Wemby does.
He's gonna make tweaks though. I guarantee you he makes tweaks. Right now, these dudes is Wemby is what, 19, 20? Jeremy Sochan is 20 years old. He's letting these guys just get their feet wet. When they're ready to compete, I guarantee it's gonna be. What do you guys say? Because he's experimenting. No one understands why Jeremy's doing. I understand what he's doing. Look. The Spurs are not going to be shit this year. They're not going to be shit next year. They wasn't shit last year. He's letting him get reps. He's letting him become. Look, in the future. Hold on, right quick. Hold on. In the future, Jeremy may not be the franchise point guard. He might not be the number one option as the point guard. But he's letting him become a ball handler, so maybe he can be the secondary ball handler. Maybe he can be the third ball handler on the team. When they get their franchise point guard, Trey Jones is not their franchise point guard. I know you guys like him. I like Trey Jones too. He's not their franchise point guard. He's not.
What was the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What?
Wait a second.
What's the point? What?
Y'all please take a step back.
Okay, go ahead.
Take a step back. Take a step back. Y'all don't know what the hell Gregg Popovich is doing. You know, because none of us have been in the film room. None of us have been at practice. We don't know what Trey Jones be doing at practice. We don't know what he's doing again. We see what he's doing again. But you don't know the inner workings of the Spurs organization to sit in here and say Gregg Popovich don't know what he's talking about.
I know what I'm saying.
You know what this is, Chilltown? Chilltown, you know what this is? I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on here. We talked about this all week last week and the week before. Y'all keep putting parlays on these games. You wanted to bet that money with Jalen, so now you blaming Gregg Popovich because you see it's not going to be what you thought it was going to be. Y'all need to stop betting on games if you can't emotionally handle it. If you can't mentally handle it, stop betting on basketball.
Real quick. I know $1,000 changed your life. I know $1,000 changed your life. $1,000 that's sneaking money for me.
If you can't mentally handle it, stop betting on basketball.
$1,000 changed your life.
Don't worry about my pockets. Don't worry about the money outside.
Okay, real quick.
Hey, you the one said you got $3. You the one said you got $3, dog. That ain't my fault.
Can we say the money talk real quick though? And I'm seeing chat and everyone's running with this narrative. None of us are Spurs fans. None of us have been in the practices. Absolutely true. All I'm saying is a guy who did watch the Spurs, Jeremy Sochan's rookie year. At no point, and somebody tell me if I'm wrong, who watched the Spurs fan in the chat, please be a token Spurs fan. Tell me if I'm wrong. Jeremy Sochan coming into the league. Jeremy Sochan throughout training camp. Jeremy Sochan throughout the preseason. Jeremy Sochan throughout the regular season. At no point did I get the gist of Oh no, his playmaking is actually one of his highlights and his strengths. Oh no, he should be a primary ball handler or secondary ball handler in an offense going in the future. At no point did I get that feeling from him. I seen him as an extension. I seen him. Me personally, I said, "Oh yeah, with the hair color, the dirty work, the hustle." I seen him as, "Oh, this is the next Dennis Rodman for the Spurs." That's the role he will play. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought he was.
Pop pops out of nowhere and says we're putting him at point guard. Now I get it. Someone can. I seen someone say, "Oh, this is like J Kidd." This is like J Kidd putting Giannis at point guard. Giannis showed more playmaking ability, more ball handle ability than I've seen with Jeremy Sochan. Now, if I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. I don't want to act like I'm Mr. Know-It-all, Mr. Say-It-All, Mr. Do-It-All. I just didn't see it his rookie year. Now to say, oh, because this team they not shit, they're not gonna do shit, they're not gonna be shit. That does not mean you can just go out there and throw niggas at point guard to just mess around. That is weird.
I don't know if you're wrong, Damo. I don't know if you're wrong.
It is 20 years old.
Listen, when Thomas Robinson got into the league, it made no sense for the Kings to say, "Oh, put him at point guard. He's 20." That makes no sense. There was no reason.
It's two completely type of players. It's two completely different type of players.
That's fine. Kenneth Fareed had no business.
Two completely different type of players, bro. Two completely different.
What was Jeremy Sochan his rookie year?
Jeremy can actually get downhill. He's a versatile player. He's a versatile player on offense and on defense.
His rookie year, Ron. What was his game?
What do you mean? What was his game?
What was his game his rookie year? Tell me.
He's a slasher. Bit of a playmaker, can get downhill. He's a four that can do just about everything. Does he do it exceptionally well? No, but Jeremy can slash and get to the bucket. Jeremy, he crashes the glass. He's a dirty work guy. But I think you guys get caught up in him being a dirty work guy, and you guys get kind of caught up in the fact that he's bringing the ball up the floor and he's a point guard. But it's a lot of point guards that don't play make well. It's a lot of point guards that don't.
It makes no sense. Go ahead, OG.
Only except the Spurs actually do. Only except the Spurs do have a point guard that play makes well. He's just on the bench.
And also, I do want to acknowledge the fact that Gregg Popovich has never really had just an off-the-wall playmaker at point guard. At point guard, think about it. Tony Parker was not an off-the-wall playmaker. Tony Parker was a score-first guard. Now, look. I'm not knocking Tony Parker because they still had Manu Ginobili, but keep in mind they ran point by committee. They moved the ball. They were an exceptional offense. It wasn't just Tony Parker coming down and being Chris Paul, controlling the every which facet of the game. No, they played as a team. So knowing Gregg Popovich, this actually makes a little more sense when you look back at the context. He's expecting the team to play team basketball.
If the criticism of everybody watching the Spurs, and again, no one is in the practices, so that's fine. But if we can all sit there and watch the Spurs play, see Wemby, and I don't think that Pop is not putting him in the best situations. I think Pop is putting him at the power forward, Pop allowing him to rely on his jump shot and play his game on offense. I think that is allowing him to be himself, which is great. But if we can all watch and be like, oh man, Wemby is not, there's moments where he's iced out of the offense. Oh man, there are sets and plays where people are missing him and things like that are happening. Maybe you should use the actual point guard you have, and that would help Wemby. Putting a guy like Jeremy Sochan at point guard, whether if he's bringing the ball to the court or not, if the media is calling him a point guard, if Pop is calling him a point guard, if you're watching in the broadcast and saying, oh yeah, this is the Sochan at point guard, and I know the C is silent, I don't care. Oh man, this is the Pop Sochan at point guard experiment. Everybody's calling him a point guard. I'm gonna call him a point guard, so I don't care about that. If that's the guy you're putting at point guard, I feel like that's just not optimizing Wemby the best. Now,
Dumbo, I actually agree with you on this, though. I think Wemby will look 10 times better with Trey Jones on the floor. I really personally think he should put what's his name on the bench, Zach Collins, and I like Zach, but I think it's clear that Jeremy should be playing the 4.
Who's
Wemby should be playing the 5.
So have we ever?
What you want to highlight? We're rebounding or playmaking. What you want? You can't get it all.
It's a flawed team. You know how I feel about rebounds.
First of all,
Jeremy off the bench. That's what I would do.
Why not bring Wemby off the bench?
No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. And to Mars's point, and Mars brought it up that Wemby, when he first came into the league, as we've seen, even when we saw him in France, he was a ball handling, jump shooting big man. That was the scouting report on him last night. All they were looking for him to do is shoot jump shots. He was the most effective of the 4 shots that he did make. I think he made those right around the bucket. All his other shots that he was getting wide open at the long ball line, 20 feet away from the basket, 17 feet away from the basket. Even though that's what he does, they're telling him, we will live with that. We'll live with that, and we'll live with you doing that, because we know at 7'4" and as good as you can be around the basket, we're not having that, and we're going to be physical with you when you get around the paint. But they left them open a lot.
Great game plan, I think. Chilltown. Let that boy. He's not Steph Curry. Let him shoot.
Exactly.
Hey, I want to clear the record with Jeremy. I'm not saying that he's going to be their point guard of the future. I just don't see them losing anything by experimenting and just seeing what it looks like. Worst come to worst, okay, this dude's definitely not a point guard, but
they're losing
he
because
got,
you're not putting Wemby in the best situation to be successful.
Ticket, you said they're losing.
That's why
they're losing, but they're not.
Ticket. That's what I don't. Yo, Ticket. They could go get LaMelo Ball. Them boys are not.
I'm just saying. No, you're not hearing me. I'm saying from this. I'm saying, listen.
It would look good, Damo. They still not gonna win.
Ron,
speaking of LaMelo,
we talked yesterday about trajectories of careers. We talked yesterday about trajectories of paths and careers and what can affect you. Bro, playing with a bad guard, a guy that's not supposed to be a point guard, can literally affect your career and how you start and how your career takes off. Bro, if this is the guy in the future that Pop wants to play point and Wemby is stuck playing with this guy for the next 4 or 5 years, that could drastically affect how he plays versus you admitted yourself. If Trey Jones is in there, you, Mars, and all y'all admitted y'all think that Wemby will look a lot better. So
I hear you. You got it. The same way you want him to develop Wemby, Pop is trying to develop Jeremy too. They're not just going to win solely on Wemby.
Hold on. But Ron, do you think Jeremy's a point guard?
Do you think Wembanyama's a small forward?
Right now.
Yes. He is a small forward.
Okay, then Jeremy's a point guard.
Hold on. Do you think Wemby? Hold on. Do you think? Do you think Sochan's a point guard? No.
He can develop into one. I'm not saying he's ever going to be Chris Paul. I'm not saying he's going to be Rajon Rondo. Not all point guards look the same. Are built the same. Have the same game.
A point guard, Ron. Come on, man.
Well, you said what?
He don't have a chance. Okay, Ron, let me ask you this one question. And I swear,
Sochan is not.
Would Jeremy Sochan be a point guard on any other team in the NBA?
No.
Nah, he's not going to be.
Okay, then, nigga, that's all we saying. We're saying.
I'm just saying. Look, the Spurs are in a developmental phase right now.
Ron, I can appreciate your logic. That we ain't that good, so we might as well just throw stuff out and let's see what works and build on that. I can appreciate that logic. But what Ticket is saying, I can also appreciate that we do have to put Wemby in situations to build his confidence. We do have to put him in situations where he can develop and be better. And if we playing where you putting him in spaces where he doesn't have the basketball, where you're not feeding him the ball in transition because of the defense that you guys have, that's kind of screwing with him.
I think everyone agrees in transition, but at the same time, respectfully, it's not all about Wemby. Jeremy Sohan needs to develop. Yeah, Ron, I'm with you. Jeremy Sohan needs to develop. Is he ever going to be a point guard? Probably not. But can he develop guard skills, floor vision, ability, feel for the game, those things? Yes. So sure. Devin Vassell needs to develop. Keldon Johnson needs to develop. Trey Jones needs to develop. Right. They all need to develop. It's not just Wemby and everyone else. Oh, forget about it. You don't care about it. Everyone else needs to develop. So maybe Wemby, you're not going to get the ball in the post every time you want it. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're not going to get the ball in transition every time you want it. Because guess what? These other guys need to develop too. Now, I will say, I think we all agree in transition, if Wemby's on the floor, it's probably your best option. Probably try and get him the ball. Right. But in the post, he's not very good. Isolation, he's not very good.
I disagree. He's not good in the post.
He's not very good.
Hold on, Mars. I disagree with that.
He's not very good.
Hey, Chilltown. I disagree with Mars said that statement. He said he's not good in the post. I disagree. I think Wemby's good in the post, Chilltown. I think Wemby has good face-up, good spin moves in the post. He finishes good around the basket with his length. I think he's good in the post. I don't think they use him enough. In fact, Chill, you said the points he scored last night, where were they at, Chill? Closer to the basket, right?
Yes, it was right around the box. And Mars, to counter your point about it's not all about Wemby, actually it is. He's the future of our franchise. He's the guy we building this unit around.
And is the franchise going to be Wemby and no one?
That's why we had the number one pick, right?
Is the franchise going to be Wemby and no one?
Actually, the franchise is going to be Wemby and who we put around him. That's why we got to see what we got with this kid.
Right now,
And the players that
is someone they want to develop. Keldon Johnson.
Jeremy
Sohan was a lottery pick. Jeremy Sohan was a lottery pick last year. They're not just, we got Wemby now. We don't care about you guys no more. So what? We wasted a lottery pick on you. Guess what? We don't care. We're just going to develop Wemby, and everyone else, we're just going to trade you when Wemby gets good. Like, that's not the plan.
No, that's not the
plan. Is they develop together.
That's not what I'm saying, Mars. What I'm saying is that the guys that we have now, we're not sure that these are the guys that Wemby is going to be around. Wemby is going to be here. Is Sochan going to be here in 3 years? Is Vassell going to be here in 5? Is Vassell going to be here in 5 years? Is Trey Jones? Is Jones going to be here? We know that we're building this unit around Wemby. Wemby is the guy. This is all about Wemby. So we got to get the right pieces around him in order for us to be successful. And in order for him to be successful, we got to put him in spaces and we got to put him in spots where he can be successful, both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Mars, I get the idea that he's a kid and he's 19 years old, and there's a lot of things right now that he doesn't do very well. We all know that. But what I can do is I can put the pieces around him and put him in a position where he can get better at those things. As opposed to, well, we don't even know what he can do yet because these guys aren't doing it for him.
I disagree,
Chilltown. He's gonna be there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying too. I disagree with you, Chilltown, because I think the way that they're playing right now shows that they're trying to develop other guys like Devin Vassell, Keldon, even Sochan, who's been the main topic of discussion so far because we don't like him at the point guard position. But I do think that they're like, we can hold on to Devin. We can hold on to Keldon Johnson. They can be a part of this team in, 4 to 6 years. And especially they just pay Devin all that money. I think they're investing in all those guys. I think as of now, Devin Vassell is one of their better players.
I thought they were investing
on top of that, I'm not really concerned with it because Gregg Popovich is running this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's doing this. I don't got to understand.
Nigga, Gregg Pop say,
do this.
Pop was saying do this the last 5 years, and what happened?
Yeah, and who did they have on the team? Come on, bro, put that in the context. Stop.
And we've also what we've seen, Big Ox, is we've seen guys sign extensions, and 2 years into that extension, they got moved. So the fact the fact that you signed an extension, I don't think that means. I think that that's the plan, but plans change, right? So again, Wemby is the guy who we building this unit around. They may realize with Wemby, maybe Vassell doesn't work. Maybe we can move off of him. I'm sure that when they got DeJounte Murray, he was part of their future. Only to find out that this guy doesn't work with what we're doing. So they moved off of him. Wemby is the piece here. Wemby is the guy that they building this unit around, and the pieces that they have around him, I'm not sure that they are the future, but this is right now.
Yeah. You're right. You can't get traded after you sign an extension, but just like you said, I think the plan right now is to hold on to Devin Vassell. I think the plan is to, let Keldon continue to develop. And it can't be just about Wemby. And once again, I'm not being a Wembenyama hater. I'm sorry, y'all, but let's be honest. He can't carry the squad yet. He's not there yet. He's not there yet, guys. So let's give him a little time. Pretty soon, I'm sure it's a little broader.
Expectations.
Bob, can I ask you a question?
I'm not even. Yeah, sure.
I got a couple guys I want to ask you about. When the Mavs drafted, when they drafted Luka, was it all about Luka? When the Hawks drafted Trae Young, was it all about Trae Young? When the Cavs drafted LeBron James that first year, was it all about LeBron?
One at a time.
When the Nuggets drafted Carmelo that first year, was it all about Carmelo? Yes, it was all about. Did any of these?
Okay, so like I said a second ago, let's put things back into context. Which one of these teams had Gregg Popovich running their organization?
None of them, except the San Antonio Spurs.
Hold on, what you mean?
I mean that some people are better at this than other people. You know what I'm saying? Every franchise ain't gonna be the same. Some people are like, yeah, let's go, let's get these tickets sold. You shoot all the shots. Some people are like, you know what? This guy's one of the best players ever. Let's get him ready. We're not gonna start throwing wood on top of the foundation before it dries. You know what I'm saying? The foundation ain't dried yet. The shit's still at a decline. It's got an obvious slope in it. Let's fix this foundation before we get to trying to put the bones of the house together.
You know how they devalue Phil Jackson over the years, even when he wasn't coaching. Well, Popovich has been coaching, and I've seen the decline in Popovich in coaching over the last few years. I know hasn't had the right team.
You think you've seen?
I'm talking about.
You think you've seen? You think you're smarter than Gregg Popovich?
No,
and
I'm saying things. Hold on. Let me give you an example.
Disagree.
I'm talking about things that I've seen him do in the past that I don't see him doing no more. As far as slippage, like when you get older,
Tim Duncan retired. Tim Duncan retired. He was dealing with DeMar DeRozan.
I'm talking about Bob. I'm talking about just from watching him as a coach. I'm talking about just from watching him the same way I can look at players and I see slippage in players. I can look at a coach and see slippage in a coach. I can see when he ain't on point with certain adjustments he need to be making in the game. I can see when he ain't on point with certain personnel he need to be putting in the game like he used to be.
Yeah, that happens when you get older. Hold on. I've seen this with a lot of coaches. I've seen this with the great Hubie Brown when he got older. I seen this with
he got old. He went from older to old-ish.
Oh, nigga, Popovich, what, 70? How old is Popovich, Mars? Like 70?
72?
He half of what Hugh Brown was.
He was in Chill's graduating class. That's what I know. That's what I know. I don't know how old that is.
I believe
Popovich is like 70-something years old, so he's old. He ain't no young. He's old as hell. So
what's that mean, though? So you tell me when you get old, you get dumb?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Ticket? Because Mars made a fair point some time ago, and he said it's kind of stuck with me too. You know, Mars occasionally comes up here and says good things when he's not trolling, but he said something like not all coaches are built for the same roles. He said some coaches are developmental coaches. Some coaches are built to coach championship rosters. Some coaches are built to coach players as their during their growth stages. You know, Mark Jackson, for instance. Like, well, you know, as players are coming to their own.
That's what Pop is. Championship level coach, championship level players.
So if that's the case, he's not going to look good in this role. Then
he never had. Hold on, but Pop never had to develop young talent before, like and a young team. He never had to develop a whole young team and build them up and bring them. Every team.
So what happened when Tony Parker came to the league?
No, you're not hearing me. No.
I am hearing you. You sound crazy.
Hold on.
That's a lie. You just lied.
They already had star. Hold on, bro. They already had star players.
Hold on, because
you already had Tim Duncan on the team. Tim Duncan was already a solidified star and a champion before Tony Parker came along. So you cook right there, and I'm gonna cook you again when we go on.
Did you really just say that Pop didn't have developed talent? Is that what you just said?
Stop lying.
The hell wrong with you? You gonna cook your ass again on Black Friday?
Did you just really just say?
You gonna go on Black Friday and lie some more?
Hold on, Tim Duncan was not a champion before Tony Parker came in the league.
I'm talking about Tony Parker.
What wasn't the Spurs?
Tony Parker.
Now I didn't ask you that. I said
I don't care what you asked me. I asked you.
Listen, what I said to you. I said Gregg Popovich had. Hold on. Gregg Popovich never had to prove that I can build up a team that's bad team, draft all the way across the board, build a team up, win a championship. He had.
You said he was a developmental coach.
Hold on.
Did he develop Tony Parker?
From the beginning, he had David Robinson. The only reason why he got Tim Duncan is because David Robinson got hurt. So let's keep it 100 right there. That team was already good.
That's facts.
That team was already good. So then you move on from there. Hold on. I'm gonna finish cooking you because I'm gonna cook your ass on Black Friday. Good. I'm gonna annihilate your ass. I'm gonna let everybody know that it's a different level between me and between you, Bobby Evans. I'm gonna cook your ass. So like I said, hey, now, so after that, when you had Tim Duncan wins a championship, Chilltown. Then you bring in Tony. You bring in Tony and Manu. That you brought them into good situations. They wasn't coming into a worse team in the league, bad team situation. When did they get Manu Ginobili in the draft?
In the second round.
All right then, nigga. All right then. He want to know 1 overall pick. He want a lottery pick. All right then. So he wasn't
a lottery pick. Look what he turned into. Why did he turn into?
Hold on. But my point to you, bro. My point to you was this. This is the first time that Popovich has had to build a team from the bottom scratch. I'm talking about from the very bottom. No superstars, no nothing. He got to develop the whole team. This is the first time. You said
Gregg Popovich isn't a developmental coach. You said he never had to develop anybody.
He's not. When I say, hold on. When I'm talking about a developmental coach,
anybody. So tell me right now, did he not have to develop Tony Parker when he got to the NBA? Did he not have to continue to develop Manu Ginobili? Did he not have to develop
Tony Parker was already? Hold on. Let me answer your question. Hold on. Let me answer your question.
So you telling me Tony Parker he never had to bench Tony Parker? He never had to bench Tony Parker
right now. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to answer your question. Tony Parker.
Disrespect me like that.
Let me answer your question, bro.
Don't answer your question because you're going to disrespect me.
Tony Parker. I'm about to answer your question right now.
You going to lie? That's what you're going to do.
I'm not going to lie. You ain't even let me answer the question.
Because you gonna lie. I'm tired of being lied to.
Bro, Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili were
really
already great coming into the league.
Breaking my heart.
You can't get cooked. And guess what? On Black Friday, you can't cut me off, sucker, because I'm gonna annihilate your ass because you don't know basketball. Period. Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili were great coming into the league. Popovich already admitted this. He already admitted.
So Tony Parker never got benched. He didn't get benched. He put handcuffs on
Manu Ginobili coming in the league. Manu Ginobili was a legend coming in the league from Argentina, bro. What are you talking about? Manu Ginobili could have came in the league and played on. Hold on, Chill Town.
Victor Wembanyama was a legend coming from.
Chill Town. Let me ask you a question, Chill.
Obviously,
Mars, Chill, Mars, and Damo. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that if Manu Ginobili would have went to any other team in the NBA, he'd have been successful as a player?
I think he would have been damn good.
Successful, yes.
Yeah, but Manu Ginobili came into the league at 25.
What does that prove?
No, that proves. Hold on. That proves that Popovich did not have to develop him as a player. I'm saying that them dudes came in ready. They came in already pros. They came in playing pro ball for years.
And what about Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard?
My man, I'm trying to take. Hold on. Kawhi Leonard came into a situation with 3 Hall of Famers.
And he didn't. But so he didn't have to develop. What does that got to do with Kawhi Leonard? I'm talking about. Did he have to develop Tony Parker?
No, yes I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying to you.
So he didn't have to develop Tony Parker.
Bro, what I'm saying to you is this: it's a difference when you have a coach. Like, for example, I'm gonna give you a quick example. When you're a coach and you have to take a team, like let's say the Charlotte Hornets right now. Me and Damo just had an argument the other day because Damo told me that the Charlotte Hornets are not developing their players properly. Right or wrong, Damo? Isn't that what you told me?
I said that is a place where it's hard for players.
Right. You're saying that they're not developing the players properly. That's what you told me. So I agree with you on that. Okay, cool. Hold on. So my point to Bob is this: Popovich has never had to proven that he can go and be in a situation like he is now and build that team up. My whole point to you was this, Bob. Popovich, for his entire career, since he started coaching, was able to have the benefit of having legends and stars and wily vets on the team for the guys that come in. Who's the vets that the Spurs got right now that's going to help the young guys? Who's the vets? Now you got Cook, nigga. Sit your ass down. I'm not even listening to your line. I'm talking to LeBron right now. Wait. Chill Town. Don't help that boy. Chill Town. Chill Town. It's a closed casket. It's a closed casket. And that's what it's going to be on Black Friday when you can't cut me off. It's going to be a closed casket. You can't talk basketball.
I'll stop listening to you because you
yeah, because you got Cook. Ask the chat room, Ron. Put up a poll in the chat. See if you got Cook.
Did he have to develop Tony Parker?
He already had legends around the team to help with that.
Did he have to develop Tony Parker?
Tony Parker was Tony Parker when he came in the league.
Okay, see what I'm saying? He's a freaking liar.
How am I lying, Ron?
He is a freaking liar.
Ron, let me ask you a question. Hey, Ron, let me ask you a question, Ron. Was Luka Doncic who he was when he came in the league? Yes or no?
Hey, bro, my mama calling me. I can't.
No, I'm asking you a question. I ain't asked about your mama. I'm asking you a question. Was Luka Doncic? Ron? Was Luka Doncic? Was they calling him the Wonder Boy when he came in the league?
What about Kawhi Leonard? Did he have to develop Kawhi Leonard?
I'll give you, bro. Kawhi came in with 3 Hall of Famers.
What that got to do with?
That's my point. Hold on.
I'm asking you. Did he have to develop Kawhi or not?
Bro, my point is that Wemby don't have that same accessory to have those other vets and guys on the team that he can.
Narrative TV. Let's talk who. This ain't narrative.
This ain't narrative. I ain't talking who. Hey, bro, everybody's laughing at you.
Gossiping. We ain't gossiping right now.
Gossiping? They're laughing at you. That's all I need to say. Bro, you a scrub talking basketball. You a scrub on the court.
I'm not gonna lie.
All right, we keeping it lit. What's up, Damo?
Make a layup, nigga.
Y'all both
You ducked me. You didn't come to Seattle.
You was a scrub, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
We don't waste time on bums. We don't waste time on bums.
You was right. He did have to develop individual players. Take it. You're also right. He didn't have to develop a whole ass team.
That's all I was saying. Damo, that's all I was saying, Damo. That's all I'm saying is that Popovich have had the benefit of having vets on his team, Damo. That's all I'm saying that can help him along the way. He didn't have to build up a whole new team like he's doing the Charlotte Hornets, like old boys doing with the Brooklyn Nets right now with all them young boys he got over there in Brooklyn, where you have to build up an entire team. All I'm saying is Pop has never had to do that. Now he's in foreign land.
Who's done that, Ticket? Who's done that? From the bottom to the top.
What do you mean?
That was going to be something I was going to.
Who's done that, Ticket? From the bottom to the top.
That wasn't even the point.
Hold on, Ticket. Who's done that? From the bottom to the top. Who's done that?
Oh, Mike Brown did it. He did it over in Cleveland.
No,
right or wrong?
No, he didn't.
So when they got hold on. When Mike Brown inherited that team, that team had young guys. That team had dudes who didn't have much experience outside of Big Z. Okay. Outside of Big Z, most of those dudes were first and second year players, third year players. So they didn't have no wily vets. He didn't go in there with no Hall of Famers, no all-world players. They went in there with Boobie Gibson. They went in there with all them guys, Sasha Pavlovich. They went in there with all them guys like that getting major minutes. Okay. Cut it out, bro.
So hold on, Ticket. Your logic is that he didn't have to develop young players. Did Mike Brown develop those young players? Did Mike Brown develop?
I'm saying to you, yes.
That's what your point is. That was your entire point.
Hold on, chill. They got to the NBA Finals. They got to the NBA Finals.
And why did they get to the NBA Finals, Ticket?
Because Boobie Gibson stepped up and hit big shots when LeBron James couldn't score against the Detroit Pistons in the fourth quarter. Because hold on. Because Sasha Pavlovich was playing into his role as a great role player. Because hold on. Because Anderson Varejao was developed well and did his role well as a dirty work guy.
Say it, Ticket. Why did they get to the NBA Finals?
Because they had a good team. They had good development of other players.
Say it.
What do you mean?
Why did they get to the NBA Finals, Ticket?
Because Boobie Gibson.
Say it, Ticket. Say it.
Because Daniel Gibson saved a player by the name of LeBron Ramon James that couldn't make a shot in the fourth quarter.
Why did they get to the NBA Finals?
Because the role player stepped up.
Say it, Ticket.
This is crazy. No,
I'm not. Time out.
Say
Am I lying? Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
I don't know what Ticket's meant to be saying right now.
I'm not saying. I will say you are lying because I ain't gonna lie. Mike Brown just went on the podcast and talked about how he did absolutely nothing to get them to the finals. They just let LeBron do LeBron. So I'm just saying that came straight out of his mouth.
Let's get back
himself.
But
I let LeBron be LeBron. They asked for coaching.
No, you said.
I'm just saying. This is crazy. This is crazy.
You're gonna have to do more than
hey, y'all, and what y'all do is, and I hope all those other role players are listening. I hope y'all have an open invitation to come up here because these dudes will make it seem like you guys were nothing. Boobie Gibsons of the world, Sasha Pavlovich's of the world, the other big dude, Anderson Varejao of the world. All these dudes was major.
You're gonna hype Sasha Pavlovich, but you're gonna disrespect Gregg Pop.
No, I'm saying Drew Gooden was giving you a double. Was Drew Gooden giving you a double-double? Was Drew Gooden giving you a double-double, Chilltown?
I don't remember Drew Gooden.
No, was Drew Gooden giving you a double-double?
I do not remember Drew Gooden giving you a double-double.
Look up the numbers because he was. Hold on. Look up the numbers because he was.
I do not remember him averaging.
You know better than to play with me, Chilltown.
Drew Gooden, hold on, chill down.
What I'm asking
was
you,
giving
Ticket,
you a double-double.
This is what I'm asking you, Ticket, because you brought up Gregg Popovich having to develop young players. That's what you're telling us, right?
No, so a young team.
A young team.
He switched his argument, Chilltown.
I didn't switch the argument. Go back and rewind it, sucker.
Boxed up.
I didn't switch it. Go back and rewind it. You still got cooked. Go ahead, Chill.
He said Gregg Popovich is not a developmental coach. He can only coach the championship level team.
The young guys from that team.
The thing that I'm thinking about, Ticket, is I'm thinking about coaches who have started from the bottom with a young team and they've taken that team from the bottom, which is what San Antonio is, with a bunch of kids, which is what
made him to a contender, right?
Ime Udoka, who's got his three best players are 21, 21, and 20.
I'm not saying that. I didn't say I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
This is what I'm asking you, Ticket, because you're talking about young talent and turning this into something. Who has done that?
Bro, we've seen it. Hold on.
From the bottom to the top. Because it takes a long time to develop.
Okay, Chilltown. Okay, time out. Chilltown. When we say the top, we're talking about to a contender, right?
Yes.
Okay, the ball-headed mofo over there in Memphis. Got him, Mars. Got him.
They won it.
That team, they drafted Ja Morant. Hold on, Mars. They drafted Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and all them young boys, and he made them up into being a contender in the Western Conference. Right or wrong? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Who was he talking about? I don't know who you're talking about.
He's talking about Taylor Jenkins.
He's talking coach over there right now.
Wait, Chilltown. But this is the same Taylor Jenkins that he was talking about. He was to lose his job last year.
Hold on, Mars. I'm not finished, Mars.
No,
I'm not finished. Hold on, Mars.
Mars,
Don't say that, Mars.
He said he needs to lose his
Mars. Don't say Mars. Don't say that, Mars. Mars. I'm gonna keep cooking them, Mars. Don't say that, Mars. I'm gonna keep cooking them. Okay, chill town. Okay, chill town. Let's go to Mike Malone. Let's go to Mike Malone. Mike Malone and the Denver Nuggets. Mike Malone and the Denver Nuggets.
Don't let him move chill town. Hold him accountable. He just lied to you.
Mike Malone did it.
Keep going, Mike. They were at the bottom of the league when Mike Malone. No, we not. Big Ox. Hold on. No, Mike Malone. The Denver Nuggets was at the bottom of the league when Mike Malone got the job. Correct. Right. And they drafted well, and they turned this into something. Keep going.
Let me keep going with you.
He just called for him a job.
Terry Stotts and the Portland Trailblazers. When they drafted Dame, they drafted C.J. McCollum. They drafted and then they all them other young guys that they had, and they
Ticket. That logic doesn't work. You can't do that. You can't tell me that they drafted all of these guys, but then tell me that San Antonio had Tim Duncan. Just like the Portland Trailblazers had.
Hold on.
I'm saying, hold on, chill. I'm saying they drafted. Hold on, chill. I'm saying, hold on. I'm saying they drafted. Hold on. When Dame and CJ got together.
Already.
No, you're not hearing.
I heard everything you just said. But keep going. He left afterwards. He left afterwards.
That's the other coach, bro.
What about Scott Brooks and OKC?
Yes, Mars. I'm not finished cooking them yet. I'm getting ready to go to him next.
Was he there the whole time? Was he there the entire 9 years?
They went to the finals.
He was there when they got.
He was there when they got drafted. He was there when they went to the finals. KD, Russ, all of them dudes.
I might
Hey, Mars. I'm cooking them.
You ain't cooking nothing. Ticket. The fourth quarter, Mars. You're not cooking anything. I'm just asking.
Okay, chill town. Hey, chill. Hold on. Listen to your boy. Hey, chill. Listen to your boy. Chill. Hold on. Chill. Listen to your boy. I got one more for you right now. Chill. I got one more for you right now. Hey, it's happening right here in front of your face. And Mars gonna love this one. Mars, I'm gonna get him extra crispy for you on this one, Mars. Chill town. Ain't that what Ime Udoka's doing right now with the Houston Rockets?
7 games.
Y'all mean?
Hey,
Bro, I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Talking this basketball talk.
We already brought up Ime Udoka, and we haven't. He just got.
I just gave you 5 coaches.
No.
Why can't he use the Thunder, Damo?
You can't use Memphis. You can't use the Thunder because the same.
Why can't use the Thunder? They drafted KD.
Hold up, Ticket. Let him explain.
Hold on, Ticket. The same stuff you were saying about the Spurs. They're vets on this team.
No, they're not vets. I didn't say that. I said when I talk about vets, we ain't talking about 1 or 2 year guys.
You mean just hold on?
Hold on. When KD went to Scott Brooks, When KD went to Scott Brooks, he was nowhere near Kevin Durant, which you saw when they got to the NBA Finals. That shift, those 3 years that Scott Brooks was coaching him, you seen a major growth in his game, and then you seen Russ come in the league, the growth in his game. You seen Serge Ibaka come over there, the growth in his game. You also seen Tefalosha over there, the growth in his game, and all those other guys that was on that roster that they built up. They built that roster from scratch.
Real quick. Is your point with the Spurs that you was arguing with Ox? You can't say that he had to develop the young teams. He had to develop young players because there were veterans on the team. Or there was Hall of Famers on the team.
My point was this. I'm gonna give my point right now. My point was the same point. My point was the same point that they used to try to tear down. Hold on. My point was the same point that not them, but a lot of people try to use to tear down Phil Jackson. They'll say he never had to build up his own team, build up a team without having no stars on the team. My thing is that this is Gregg Popovich's first time going into a season where he didn't have the stars like David Robinson. He didn't have the stars like Tim Duncan. He didn't have the vets like Sean Elliott, like the point guard, the preacher, Avery Johnson, and all those other guys to help with the younger guys and to be an assistant. He had that when Kawhi came in the league. He had that when Tony came in the league. He had that when Manu came in the league. So all I'm saying, hold on. No. Those guys, listen what I'm saying. Those guys had already won championships. The ones I was telling you about. They had already been seasoned in the game. When these other guys we told y'all about, me and Mars just told y'all, Scott Brooks, all these other dudes, when they came in the league, they had all young boys that needed to be developed. KD hadn't even KD was getting his ass kicked them years in Seattle. So when he went over to OKC, he wasn't like KD on top of the world.
Ticket is really trying to sit here and tell me that Tim Duncan would have been Tim Duncan if he didn't get with Gregg Popovich. That he was the same player once he got with Tim Duncan.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Chill, let me say this.
That's my point.
I'm gonna answer that question. Chill. I'm gonna answer that question. Chill. I'm gonna answer your question. Chill. I'm gonna answer your question.
Yesterday you said Braun would be the same without Miami, right? Tim Duncan would be the same without Miami, right?
Tim Duncan coming out of Wake Forest University.
But it's
Tim Duncan coming out of Wake Forest University would have been the same player if he went to Orlando.
Y'all let it
No,
let it slide every time.
No,
so y'all don't think, hold on, time out.
No.
Do anybody in this chat, hold on, Mars, do any of y'all in this chat room, Dale, I'm glad you in here, Dale. Do you think that if Tim Duncan would have went to the Orlando Magic down there with Tracy McGrady and them, do y'all think that Tim Duncan would have turned out to be the same player? I ain't say win the same championship.
What about Miami and Brown yesterday?
You just told us yesterday.
I said LeBron James. No. I said no. Listen what I'm saying to you. Listen what I'm saying. I'm saying Tim Duncan coming out the University of Wake Forest. He was absolute dominant coming into the league. It didn't matter that he was playing.
So was
with
LeBron.
David Robinson. Bro, listen what I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you. So you don't think Tim Duncan would have been as dominant as he was in his career if he got drafted or he went to the Orlando Magic instead of
whatever you tell me you think, Tiki.
I'm asking y'all.
I'd like to think that a 21, 22-year-old Tim Duncan benefited from Gregg Popovich showing him the game and teaching him how to be a pro and teaching him how to be great. I think Malik Rose developed under Gregg Popovich. I think Tony Parker developed under Gregg Popovich. I think Manu Ginobili developed under Gregg Popovich. I think Steven Jackson developed under Gregg Popovich.
Hold on,
I think Boris Diaw developed under Gregg Popovich. I think that Kawhi Leonard, even though Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan were already there, he developed learning the game.
I agree. Hold on. I don't disagree with that.
I'm not saying.
I don't disagree with that.
These dudes just showed up and they were awesome. And Gregg Popovich was just on the side.
Hold on. I don't disagree with that. All I'm saying to you is this: he had different situations to where they came in, and Dale knows I'm not lying. Dale, tell me if I'm lying, Dale.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's going on.
I'm about to tell you right now, Dale. Dale, do you think Gregg Popovich ever had to do what he's doing this year in his whole coaching career, which is coach a whole bunch of young guys and lift them up and turn the whole franchise around with all young guys?
That's not what he said, Dale.
That's what I've been saying, bro.
Has Pop ever had to be? Is Pop not a good developmental coach?
I didn't say that.
He said Pop is not a
easy to develop when you got. Bro, I agree with you on that. I'm not saying that. It's easy to develop guys when you got other Hall of Famers.
Like no one is listening to each other. Niggas is just waiting to argue.
Even for the sake of argument, if Ticket did say at the start, I'm not saying he did it. If Ticket did say at the start, Pop's never had to develop young talent. Cool, who cares? Now he's saying he's never had to develop a young team. Talk about that. Stop talking about what you heard him say 30 minutes
That's
ago.
what I'm saying.
When he's telling you now, he's saying Pop's never had to develop a young team.
He never had to develop a young team all the way across the board.
Which is true.
He's telling you now,
which is true.
Pop's never had to develop a young team. So argue that.
And Chilltown, you asked me what coaches did, and I named you 5 coaches that did. Me and Mars gave you 5 coaches that did and made the teams into contenders.
Which is true.
You can't deny that the coach in Memphis did. The coach in Memphis did because all them dudes was babies.
He's never had to do that.
Did the coach in Memphis do it? All them dudes was babies with the coach in Memphis. Right now, they was all babies when he got them. Jaren Jackson Jr., John Morant, all of them. Bain, Desmond Bain, all them dudes was kids when he got them. Did he not develop all those kids and make them to a contender in the Western Conference? Yes or no?
In Memphis.
Yeah, in Memphis. Okay, now to KD and the OKC Thunder. Scott Brooks, he got him, Russ, Serge, James Harden. All them dudes got him when they was young and babies. Did he not develop those guys?
Yes.
Okay,
now keep going. So I'm saying when me and you went to Mike Brown, right. I'm saying, okay, you said Mike Brown said he didn't coach. I'm saying, but still, those guys had to be developed. We saw the impact Anderson Varejao had with his dirty work. We saw the impact Drew Gooden had with what he was doing with the double-doubles. We seen the impact that Boobie Gibson had as a young player in the league, hitting all those threes in big-time situations and being one of the better three-point shooters in the NBA that year. We saw the impact that Sasha Pavlovich had, who was in that starting lineup, who was helping and who was also a good shooter and a good assistant in that lineup. The only vet that you could really say they had on that team was Zydrunas Ilgauskas. So he did build that up. LeBron James was a rookie too.
They had a guard as well that was an all-star.
Yeah, but he got hurt. Larry Hughes, he got hurt, and they moved him.
Yeah, but Mo Williams came in 09.
They moved him, so that was later on. I'm talking about when he built them up to go to the finals the first time. Those guys wasn't there. You talking about the second time. I'm talking about the first time. So then all I'm saying to Chilltown is that you've seen coaches have to do that. You understand what? Even Phil Jackson, I wanted to give Phil Jackson credit for something, but guess what? When he went back to the Lakers, you still had Kobe. All I'm saying is you didn't have nobody on this Spurs team like a Tim Duncan in his prime, like a Tony Parker or Ginobili in his prime to help along with Wemby. That's why I'm saying Popovich is getting exposed, because if it was just all him, the nigga got Jeremy Sochan at the point guard, bro.
Ticket, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ticket is saying Pop never had to develop a young team, all young guys.
Yeah.
So why is he being judged on something he's never done?
Because you're saying the coach is an all-time great coach, right? But here's
no,
the
wait,
thing,
I wasn't finished. Hold on.
Here's the thing. Hold on.
No.
Because they give Pop. No, because Bob. I'm telling you why. Because Bob said.
No. You can answer that. Just hold on. You're judging Pop on something he's never done. That's one. And two, who could have been the right coach for him to you? Every coach that you would pick with this roster right now would probably be going through the exact same thing that the Spurs.
That's a lie, because every coach I pick wouldn't have Jeremy Sochan running the point. They'd have Trey Jones running the point.
Yeah, he's just gonna move the goalpost, and we have to allow him to, because Morris said so.
Hold on.
We gotta argue what he wants us to.
Damo and Mars agree with me. Damo and Mars agree with me on that. Chilltown agree with me on that. Damo, Mars, and Chilltown would not have Jeremy Sochan running the point for this team, and that's a drastic change. They've all have admitted that if you had Trey Jones running the point for this team, Wemby would look different in their opinion. So that's not a lie I made up. That's something they said out their own mouths. They think Wemby would look a lot better if Trey Jones. Am I lying, Damo? Did you not say that?
Yo, fellas, we done circled all the way back around to the Jeremy Sochan and Trey Jones. We gotta. No. I'm listening to myself. We moving on because there's other things we got to talk about.
Y'all always want to move on when I'm cooking these niggas the hard way.
Ticket, you didn't cook them for the last 40 minutes. How you?
Okay, just as long as you
staycation.
Let's go.
What you like? Ticket, your steak is beyond well done. Look at Mars. He's done. Ox drinking water. He's cooked. You done cooked the hydration out of him. Hey, but look, though, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Clippers with James Harden and how they just took their second straight L last night to the Brooklyn Nets. How are we feeling about the Nets, and how are we feeling about the Clippers right now and James Harden in his first two games?
Is there any news on how long Cam Thomas is out for?
It's going to probably be about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Why was Ben Simmons not playing?
Or they want to put Russ on the bench, blame Russ with the problems, and say they need to change the lineup? No. James Harden doesn't work on this team. He won't work on this team. And the reason why it won't work is because of what the announcer said during the game last night. Ain't no way the LA Clippers are going to get away with playing Paul George or Kawhi Leonard at the 4. Teams are just going to switch and put them in bad situations to have to guard 5s. They're going to get in foul trouble or get hurt in those switches. They're going to have to do something to change that lineup drastically. They've killed their bench production because now guys like Bones Highland that were balling, now he don't know what the hell to do in the offense, because what Tyronn Lue is doing is he's shaving James Harden minutes with the lineup and putting him in there with the second group. So now James Harden, as a primary ball handler, has actually disarmed guys like Bones Highland coming off the bench and a guy you had that was balling. Also, when you traded for James Harden, you got rid of like Nick Batum and these other guys who was actually playing good defense for you, spreading the floor and doing their job. So now that you have James Harden, your offense is slowed down to a crawl. Your possessions are less. Your turnovers as a team are up. And his minus has been the highest on both teams in both games since he arrived. So, no, it ain't no fix to this problem. He don't play no defense, which is what the Clippers' calling card is. He don't play no D. He get cooked all night. He don't have no movement on defense. He's bad offensively as far as stuttering other guys. Now you don't see Kawhi Leonard's not the same. He ain't getting the shots he was getting even with the Lakers when James Harden wasn't playing. Last 2 games, Kawhi Leonard has been where's Waldo. So, yeah, no, it's never going to work.
Shout out Dennis Smith Jr. out there boxing up guys. As long as Russell Westbrook is playing like Russell Westbrook, the Clippers are going to look like that. And why was Ben Simmons not playing? That was my only 3 takeaways. Dennis Smith finally got some minutes and was able to look good. My Carolina guy. Russ was trash as usual, and why wasn't Ben Simmons playing?
Some hip thing. It was day to day, I think, but that's why he wasn't playing.
Got it.
With the Clippers, I need Zubac to be better. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe he's not used to a pick and roll partner like James Harden. I see many times he's rolling too deep into the paint. He's missing simple interior passes that he could get. He's playing soft on the interior on both sides of the ball, in my opinion. Needs to rebound better. I'm not saying it's all on him. I'm saying I think he should be better. I think he's a better player than how he's been playing. I'm not going to talk too much about the fit after 2 games, but I think they need to try and get Kawhi more involved. It feels like Kawhi is the one who seems to be deferring in this situation, which I don't think makes a whole lot of sense considering he's their best scorer, in my opinion. So I'm looking at that, but also I think things need time. So I'm not jumping off a cliff on how I think the Clippers are going to do. Give them time. It's been 2 games. I think they looked okay, but I think there's a lot of things to work on. But we're 9 games into the season, so they have 73 games to go. They've got 73 games to work it out. But assuming they're not going to be pretty happy. About 50 games to work it out.
I hate you, bro. This is why I hate you, Mars. This is why I hate you. Because y'all hate me so much. You will come on here and lie. You got 4 Hall of Famers. I put 4 Hall of Famers on any court, anywhere, any place. You gonna tell me Lonnie effing Walker Jr. the 4th is gonna drop them off? You gonna tell me the goddamn Julius Randle, who Mars thinks is one of the worst big men to ever face planet Earth, that's been considered an all-star or all NBA player, is gonna drop off 4 Hall of Famers? They can't score 93 points on Lonnie Walker the 3rd, and also my boy, bands will make them dance. Me and Chilltown was watching the game last night. Cam Thomas, the best scorer in the effing association, was dancing on them boys, and he got hurt at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. He's on his way to 30 on them bums, and they still lost the game, Chilltown. What's the excuse? There is no excuse. I don't want to hear about wait no game. If you can't beat the Brooklyn Nets without Ben Simmons, without their leading scorer got hurt in the game, with Lonnie Walker killing you, I don't want to hear nothing else about these bums ever again.
Are you saying in the history of the NBA, there's never been a time where 4 Hall of Famers on one side of the ball got dominated by somebody who wasn't a Hall of Famer on the other side of the ball? Are we serious right now? Tell me when 4 Hall of Famers got cooked like that by a nigga like Lonnie Walker Jr. or the 4th.
Jonathan Simmons, 2017 San Antonio versus Golden State opening night.
Who?
Boom.
Jonathan Simmons, 2017 opening night, Golden State versus San Antonio.
How many years ago? That was damn near a decade ago, right?
No, it was in 2017.
What I gotta do the question you just asked me?
It was in 2017.
Okay, that's almost we're in 20.
What's that going? You said tell me any time in the history of the association.
Okay, come on. You're right. Hold on. So that's hold on. You're right. Hold on. So that's 1. So can you tell me
that's
one more?
The one that came to my mind instantly.
And in the history of your mind, however old, many ages you are, you can only think of 1. Okay, sit your ass down. You lost, boy.
Michael Carter Williams.
I named
Michael
one.
Carter. No. You're right. Michael Carter Williams' first game against the Heatles.
Okay, and when he moves the goalposts on y'all too, y'all better let him and enjoy it.
How much did he have that game?
First game against the Heatles? He had
damn near a quadruple double.
Yeah, he went crazy that game. He for sure went crazy.
23, 11, 9, and 9.
All right, no doubt.
I can hear somebody background.
Yo, Dale,
now we can only name 2, though, man. Now we can only name 2.
Dale, how you feel about the Clippers, though, and the Nets too?
2 games. It's nothing. I knew it was going to be rough, getting Harden and Russ to, maneuver what they want to maneuver. But it's just 2 games. I think they can figure it out. Honestly, I do. It's kind of cringe to watch right now, but I think they'll be all right.
This is actually a really simple fix, but before we even get into the simple fix,
is that someone's lagging? I can hear someone's like.
Yes, it's echoing here, but we good. Oh, keep going, chill.
As I was saying, the Brooklyn Nets in the 4 games that they've won, 3 of their 4 games, they've held opponents to 102. That's their mantra. That's who the Brooklyn Nets are. They're a defensive team, straight up and straight down. This is what's gonna get Brooklyn wins. They hold teams to 22, 20 points in quarters. That's number 1. Number 2, when you talk about the Los Angeles Clippers, this is a really simple fix. You walk into the room now. By show of hands, how many people have won an NBA championship? Kawhi Leonard raises his hand. That's our leader right there. Done. We're done talking about that. We're finished. How many people have been close to winning the NBA championship? Russell Westbrook raises his hand. I was starting league guard on the NBA Finals team. That's our league guard right there. Now, the rest of you dudes, we'll figure it out.
James Harden was on that team too.
Yes, James Harden was on that team, but he wasn't the starting league guard. No, he was not. That was Russell Westbrook. So Russell Westbrook is our man as the starting league guard. Kawhi Leonard is our man, and he's our leader. That's what we're starting with. Now we're going to get our rotation players in. Now we got to figure out how we're going to play. James Harden, you're going to have to play off the basketball. If we want to win, you're going to have to play off the ball. Zubac, you got to be better around the basket. Because this Brooklyn Nets team, as good as they are defensively, this guy should finish around the basket better. And as bad as Damo said Russ was yesterday, he was bad shooting the basketball. He wasn't that bad overall yesterday. He had one turnover for the game. That's it. He only had one turnover for the game. So he actually was pretty good taking care of the basketball. He was good at that. This Brooklyn team, when I'm watching them, that's going to be their mantra. That's going to be their staple. Playing defense. If they can hold when they get into those games, like when they played Milwaukee a couple of nights ago, when it's 128, 136, they don't have the firepower to stay with teams like that. But when you can keep teams 105, 102, even 110, they got a shot to win. But until then, but
I got a question. I don't know. Is that for every team this championship way? Like you want to run with the leadership? So if Kawhi gets hurt, do we step PJ Tucker into a leadership role because he has a ring?
Those two guys aren't the same player. No.
So Russell Westbrook's not the same player from 2012, but here we are saying he's the starting point guard.
Who's not the same player? Who's not the same player from 2012?
Russell Westbrook.
Is he still a starting league guard in the game?
Well, yeah, but you're making him.
So if Russ didn't have a ring, you'd put Paul George over him because
If Russ
didn't come close to the NBA Finals, would you put Paul George over him on your leadership category? Because I just want to know what the Finals has to do with what you look at for an leader.
The reason why there's a reason why this crew got together, Dale. This crew got together to win the NBA championship, right. And who's gotten closest to that? Okay. That's the idea.
But look now. So even when Kawhi won it with Spurs and Toronto. He was never the leader of any of those teams. He was just their best player. Like KD winning it with Warriors, Steph and all those are leaders. He's just the hooper in the group. So how you're asking Kawhi to play basketball and play at a high level, which he will, but Kawhi's never been a leader ever. So but he's out. But they know Kawhi's their guy in terms of that facet of give him the ball, give him creation, all that.
Actually, they don't. Actually, they don't though, Daryl.
They had a game with the last shot. They gave it to him.
Right, but when a guy like Russell Westbrook is taking 18 shots and Kawhi Leonard is only taking 14, our offense should run through him. That's what I'm thinking about.
To the finals with Kevin Durant, KD was one shot higher or two, and they still got there. So this is Russ. This was Russ. Russ is honestly what we've come to know. Russell Westbrook will not change.
If we're gonna, and that's why we're not gonna win unless we establish that. Unless we establish that, we're not going to win. Because if you look at this group, this is why they got together. We got together to win the NBA championship. Kawhi Leonard, as the most experienced, not only the most experienced, he's played the best in the NBA Finals than anybody on here. This is our guy. Now with him, with him, real quick, Damo, with him and with Russell Westbrook being our lead guard, he ain't the same player that he was in 2012. He's actually better. He might be a little bit older. He's actually. Do you remember? What? Do you remember Russell Westbrook from 2012? I vividly remember Magic Johnson saying, "quote He's the worst point guard that I've ever seen." He said that.
I said that this summer.
That's not my problem.
He said that. He said that. So with that being said, I'd like to think that Russell Westbrook in 2024 and 2023 is drastically improved. He's not the same dude from 2012. No, he is not. The question is
worse
than the dude in 2012.
Yes, he's a worse player than he was 11 years ago. Yes,
from an athletic standpoint, from a distributing standpoint, from a scoring
standpoint, he might be.
Is it because he's older, Mars? Is that what the problem is? Is that all it is?
34 definitely contributes to the fact that he's worse.
Okay, so he's older
worse than he used to. Yeah, he's worse than he was.
He shoots worse today than he did in 2012.
Yes. In 2012, his mid-range jump shot was better than it is now. Wow. And he shot from the free throw line better than he does now as well. And he got to the rim better than he does.
I'm telling you, Chill, stop putting faith in Westbrook, man. You get disappointed every time. Can I just ask, simple question? How do we, Was there a report that came out that said Kawhi Leonard wasn't the leader on the Raptors? Because this is not the first time I've heard that. I believe Ticket has said it, and I've heard it a couple other times on this.
100%, he was the guy. People say it was Kyle Lowry. He was the leader of that crew. But
wouldn't there be multiple leaders of teams though?
People will say it was Kyle Lowry, but I thought it was Leonard.
I'll say it. I asked out his DG, how was that? How was Kawhi? He said, Dale, Kawhi just comes to hoop. All the talking, all the stuff in the locker room, he says one or two words, he just he proves it out on the court. That was his exact answer to me. Kawhi.
Wasn't that a leader?
I'm not saying who did you say?
DG. Oh, Danny Green, my fault. My bad. Yo.
Humble brag.
That's my take. So Kawhi, and he does that. Like he just hoops. He just literally hoops. He goes.
So if that's true, Dale, then he's still with him hooping or showing up like you say. He still is that dude, though.
No,
I agree. Dale saying best player and leads are on the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't you lead by example though? Like,
and that's the point. Like, if I'm leading by, because Kawhi Leonard is not a vocal leader.
This is why I get riled
up.
But
this dude, he's our guy. But from the beginning, he's our guy.
100. But I'm coming from a panel of same haters that I've heard that they say Kevin Durant is not a good leader. I've heard you say that, Damo. I've heard you say that out of your mouth that he's not a good leader. So now you're saying Kawhi Leonard could lead by example by just being the best player. I've never heard you say that about him.
I've never said he can just be the best. He can lead by example just by being the best player. I just said he lead by example. But that's it. I left it there. I didn't say nothing about him because he's the best player.
The only reason you said that is because we said he's the best player, and then you said, "Oh, so can he not lead by example?" So you're implying, yes, he's gonna lead by example by being the best player.
On the offensive and defensive end, if you're putting that work in on defense, even though his defense was obviously worse than it was when it was in San Antonio, but if you're going out there and you're about to be the guy that gets the shot, you're about to go out there and score, you're about to be the go-to scorer, and you're going to be the guy to lock up whoever it is scoring on the other team. I feel like that's leading by example, is it not? If I'm going out here and if Kevin Durant is going crazy and I'm like, F that, I'm on Kevin Durant, and I'm also giving Kevin Durant buckets. Is that not also leading by example? I'm not saying he's the only leader. I've never said that. But I'll ask the question again. Can't there be multiple leaders on the team?
Yes, I agree with you. Scottie Pippen was a leader on the Bulls.
Yes, he was. The goalposts. Now we're talking about Kawhi as a leader where like his teammate, he's very close to, said, yo, he goes out there and hoop. Of course you can lead by example.
We're still following you, though. We are still following you. Your example. I agree
with you 100%, Joe. I agree with Damo as well. What I'm just saying, when it comes to other players, Kevin Durant, for example. But the difference is when KD got on that Golden State unit, he didn't have what Steph Curry had. But even on the OKC, I said he wasn't the leader.
Who said that?
He's not a good leader.
He definitely was the man in OKC.
I've been told he wasn't a leader his whole career.
He definitely was the man in OKC. I never said he wasn't the man.
That's what I've been told.
No,
I've never talked about leadership too much.
Right. He was definitely the man in OKC.
Brooklyn Nets, I was on this show. Oh, yeah, he did a terrible leadership job in Brooklyn. That's all I heard on this show. He did a terrible job leading that team in Brooklyn.
Dale, but he did, though.
Oh, you're not understanding my point.
I get
what you're saying.
Like that's my point. So why if this ship goes down, right, in Clippers, Phil or Damo, whoever think Kawhi's a leader, they will not blame him.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. No, that's not true, Dale. That's not true. First and foremost, if you know anything about me, I know you've heard me talk about the Clippers. I'm out on them. I've been out on the Clippers.
If the ship goes down,
and I've been out on the Clippers for one reason and one reason only. These two dudes, both Leonard and Paul George, they stay unavailable. So that's not true.
How can your leader be someone who, if you Kawhi is not a vocal leader by everyone's admission, apparently.
Right.
So if he can't play, how's he leading by example?
If he can't play, he's playing now though. When he does play,
but if you're out on the Clippers because he stays unavailable,
right?
You believe he's going to be unavailable.
I do believe he's going to be unavailable.
How can he lead by example without playing?
I don't think Kawhi is the leader.
The difference though now, Mars, is with that he is playing now. That's the difference. The difference is that he's playing now. Is he eventually going to break down? That's why I'm out on the
team. So he can't be the leader of your team if he's going to break down.
Yeah,
no, he can't be. But he is available as of right now. He is available. He is available right now, and because he's available right now, this is our guy.
They need to make PJ Tucker.
All I'm saying is this is one of those situations where, again, I would much rather people tell me what I've said about situations rather than assume what I would say, because I've been said that the Clippers are dumpster fire because of PG and Kawhi before Russ and Harden got there. I've been blaming them. Right. I've compared their duo to the Laker duo because we both got our duos at the same time, and it's ironic, and I've said this before, previous platforms. Yo, it's crazy. The Lakers went ahead and got a chip way quicker and was able to be successful way quicker and choke as much as this Clipper team did because of health and performance. So I've been slandered Kawhi Leonard. I've been slandered Paul George before Russ and Harden got there. So I just like I said at the top of the show, please stick to what I've said or what you heard me say. Let's not assume what Damo would say.
But the fact that you just stated that you said that Russell Westbrook is the worst point guard ever, I would go back to and he's on this team. I could be wrong in my assumption 100%, but I would assume that if the Clippers ship is going down, you'll look at the worst point guard ever before you look at the dumpster fire of Kawhi.
That is just unfair because I've been saying Russ is the worst point guard since 2018,
and
I've been saying that.
Okay, that's not now on this team though.
And I'm not gonna. And again, even with this team, and I've said this before, I'm not gonna blame Russ immediately. I'm pointing the finger at the top and it goes down. Russ just got there. I've admitted Russ looks way better on this team. I've admitted when Russ looked good on this team. So I'm not going to sit there and just say, oh, when they lose, yeah, look, it's Russ's fault. Now, if I'm watching them play and Russ is shooting 6 for 20 with 8 turnovers, now it is easy for me to be like, hey, Westbrook is back. But I'm not going to blame him for most of it. I'm not going to blame Harden for most of it. No, it starts with Kawhi and PG.
Shit, I'm going to keep it a buck. I got my James Harden rant already written up. Oh, it's already ready to get fired off. Hey, y'all gonna see that episode. Hey, y'all will know ahead of time when you see the title and the thumbnail.
And I'm going off of what I'm seeing right now, Mars. Do I think that this thing is gonna go the other way? Yes, that's why I'm out on the Clippers. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's like a car. Is this car gonna break down? Probably. But is it running now? Yes. This is the car we're riding with. That's it.
Magic called Russ the worst point guard he's ever seen after one game, by the way. Not like it was after the finals. He said he's the worst point guard in finals history. It was game 2 of the finals. Mm-hmm. Russell Westbrook, I guess, played.
He did say that, though. He did say that.
And then in game 4, Russell Westbrook proceeds to have 43 and is the best player on the court. So, I mean, depends on how you want to look at things. It's not
and I'd like to think that it was. I'd like to think that Russell Westbrook from 2012 all the way up until this point has improved. I'd like to think that he's not the same dude. He's not the same dude. He did improve
and then he declined. That's
he did. But I'd like to think that he was better at some point than he was at 2012. 12. Yeah, I'm sorry, 10 years ago.
2018, he was bad. And then he declined.
And which is fair, 100% he did. Which is fair, but on this unit with the Los Angeles Clippers, he actually looks really good. He looks really good. Do I think it's going to go the other way? Yes. But as of right now, if we're picking sides and we're picking who's going to do what, Leonard is our guy. Russ is our lead. That's it.
Hey, Lint Liquor, I ain't gonna lie. I'm the best point guard you ever seen. My assist to turnover ratio on 2K is crazy. What are you talking about?
Yo, fellas.
And to the dude in the chat, Stunner, I'm not wishing. You never heard me say, I wish that this guy gets hurt. I wish that this guy gets hurt. I am going off what I've seen in the past. Kawhi Leonard has broken down in the past. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. More than those times. I've seen Kevin Durant over the last 4 years break down every season. I'm not wishing injury on anybody. What I'm seeing is this is what these dudes are doing. So I'm going off of that. I'm not wishing injury on nobody. Don't do that. Do not put words in my mouth. Absolutely not.
Yo, fellas, was it any other games last night that y'all want to highlight? What else did y'all see last night? It was a 4-slated games. Talk to me.
I got you. Off the top, off the rip. Yet again, another example of Lou Dort showing why he is definitely a 3-and-D guy. Straight cash from 3, straight D on the defensive side. Pause. And I ain't gonna lie, as of right now, I don't know why people are sitting here saying Wemby is at the top of the rookie ladder or Wemby is the best. Chet is the best rookie. I will take the more consistent player. Wemby might have a higher ceiling. Chet floor is way higher right now, in my opinion. I'm taking Chet. I said this before the season. Chet might end up having a better rookie year than Wemby because Chet is more developed than Wemby right now, in my opinion. So watch out for the Thunder. Shea dropped the 40 ball. Love what I'm seeing from Shea. J-Dub is still being a good third option, like I said he would. Shout out J-Dub, because people up here, I ain't gonna say no names, but certain dreadheaded individuals want to swear that it wasn't
individuals. Hey, hold on. I got love for J-Dub.
Now,
me and Ox was arguing over J-Dub.
What? The same guy that said 14 and 5 was not enough from a rookie. That was you, son. That was you.
No, Damo. Look, Damo. I can have love for a player and think he's not ready to be a championship contender. There's nothing wrong with that.
But no one said a championship. No one said they were championship.
I know, Damo. We already cleared this up, Damo.
I got you. I'm just saying. I just want to point out the Thunder did work. I'm banging with the Thunder, and I was ready to come up here. I ain't gonna hold you. LaMelo went crazy, and I'm gonna do this every game because I want to give him the attention. One, Ron, out of these last couple games, I will say I might be taking it back a little bit on LaMelo. I'm starting to see a little bit of developments, but it is early. Got to see it consistently. Shout out LaMelo. Some of the developments is there, but I just love another episode going by of everybody being quiet about how trash Jordan Poole's playing. This is crazy. 3 for 12. Hey, I was told he's averaging an inefficient 30. Now he can't even give me consistent 20 balls. Crazy.
I was wrong on that. I'm 100% wrong.
Everybody's quiet. It's funny. I pull this game up every day. We have a show. What did Jordan Poole do last night? Nothing. No one says nothing. It's kind of crazy.
No, Damo, I will wear it, Damo. I had Jordan Poole like around leading the league in scoring, and he's not done what I thought he was going to do. In fact, he's looked less than 100%. He has. He's looked less.
But we're not going to chill. We're not going to talk about him first if he's losing. I mean, if he's losing, he's not.
I mean, they won.
They won. But he played bad.
Franchise. No, I'm saying if he's on a losing franchise, he's not going to be the first topic that's up here over the big dogs. I mean, it is righteous that you bring him up. I mean, because he is underachieving. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. I totally agree.
We speak about the Lakers every day.
I'm just flabbergasted that we're talking about him before we talking about how Steph Curry and them got exposed last night.
Because he asked if there was any other games we were interested in, and he spoke about the Thunder. Shout out to Chet. You covered that for me. Thank you. I'm gonna cover a few other things.
I disagree with Chet. I think Wemby would look better on the OKC Thunder too. I think they have better coaching.
Well, he's not on the OKC Thunder, is he? So who cares? He's not there. So what do we do with that? No one cares. Cool. He's on the Spurs.
Okay,
not playing as good as Chet. Okay. So yeah, because I wasn't done. Cason Wallace, one of the best rookies in the league. I feel like every time I watch the Thunder play, he doesn't miss a shot. Playing great defense.
What about that sorry ass Cade Cunningham? Damo.
We're gonna get to the Detroit game. I'm gonna get to the Detroit game.
Yes, we will.
Don't screw up your
yeah. No, we standing on time today. Yes, we will.
You two want to be petty.
Yeah, so let me finish.
So what about Cade Cunningham? What about Cade Cunningham and his I can't close ever? What about him?
I'm getting to the Detroit game. Just be patient. So the Detroit game. Marcus Sasser, again, one of the best rookies in the league this year. Loving what I'm seeing from him. Asar Thompson, excellent defense. Guess who shot 2 for 12 from 3 last night? Damian Lillard. Shout out to Asar Thompson. Great defense. Love what I'm seeing. 15 rebounds. Love what I'm seeing. Jalen Duren played so. Not as good as I expected, but played good. Cade Cunningham. Stop getting 5 turnovers every game I watch you. Please. I'm getting tired of the turnovers. I think every game he's played, 5 turnovers.
He leads the league in turnovers. It's kind of crazy.
I think he does. It's ridiculous. Every game I might be wrong. If it was like every game I've watched him play, 5 turnovers minimum. Literally every single one. I'm actually going to check. Let's see. 5, 6. Oh, no, that's fouls. 3, 5, 6, 7, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5.
Take care of the basketball.
That needs to improve.
Take care of the pill.
Can I ask you a question?
That right there needs to improve.
Cade's second year playing, correct?
Yeah, second. Yes. Yeah, he played 12 last year. Doesn't really count.
Okay.
And I understand he's growing. I understand. But some of the turnovers he's committing,
I know,
shouldn't be
egregious.
Shouldn't be happening.
Egregious.
I'm fine with 3 turnovers,
like
especially when he's handling the ball as much as he is. But some of the turnovers just literally just it's a lackadaisical. He's just dribbling the ball with no care in the world. That's what needs to come out of his game. So those turnovers, they need to fix up. And maybe that's because I hold Cade to a high standard. I think he's a better player than the turnovers he's committed. So I think that needs to fix up. But Detroit, they're 2-7, but they play better than a 2-7.
And they're worse than the Wizards.
I swear, bro,
it feels like every game they're playing is close, but they lose. I'm like, you're better than 2-7, but I understand that you're 2-7.
I mean, but last night, are we counting that? After the ejection and all of that?
No, they were losing, and Giannis goes out for the worst second technical foul I've ever seen. Don't know what that was about.
I've seen some bad ones.
I don't think they were going to win that game.
100%.
I'm talking about the game again. I'm talking about opening night against Miami. Opening night against Miami is a game I think they could have won. The Portland Trailblazers, they were winning, and they let it go. That's a game I think they could have won. The Pelicans was a winnable game for them. The Suns, I don't think they could have won that game. They were competing with Golden State. Like, they've been in these games. If things go the right way, instead of 2-7, they're 4-5. That's all I'm saying. Like, they're not as bad as 2-7 seems to suggest. And I'm not going to say, guess who got another DMP last night, but
Mars and Domino. That was to the point I was making about them having veterans.
Hold on, Ron. Since you want to be funny, Mars. Since you and your girlfriend Damo want to be funny, Damo, I know you ain't talking about Jordan Poole, nigga. The way that Cade Cunningham been looking over there, they have a worse record than the Wizards. So you need to go ahead and know your role and shut your mouth.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Ticket, these are one of those situations where you just don't watch basketball enough.
Yeah, Cade's has played tenfold.
Because if we're gonna compare Cade. No. If you're gonna compare Cade Cunningham to Jordan Poole, this is like you're losing that battle.
You said that.
Cade is
you said he was better than Jordan Poole.
He is. What are you talking about? He is better. What are we talking about? Do what you do best. No. Do what you do best. Pull the box scores up. Go look at them box scores for Cade and look at the box scores for Jordan Poole and start reading on stats like you always do. Do that for me, and then let's talk about who's been better this year.
I don't read the stats. Hold on. I actually watched the game because I have the NBA TV package. I have the NBA TV package, and I'm actually talking with Chilltown every.
You don't.
I'm actually hold on. I'm actually.
By the way, if anybody got a loose password,
I'm actually talking with Chilltown.
Hey, wrong facts. Hey,
I'm talking with Chilltown every single night. I'm talking with Chilltown every single night during the games. So you can't tell me I don't watch the game, sucker. That's one. And Chilltown can verify that. We chat every single night.
Chill, he talking to you about the Detroit games too?
He's talking to you
about.
We
was watching the Detroit. Hold on. Me and Chilltown was watching the Detroit Bucks game last night.
Throughout the season, you've been watching the Bucks, not just last. I mean, you've been watching Detroit, not just last night.
Yes, every game. Hold on, my man. Hold on. I have another channel called Ticket TV 2 where I do reviews on every single game. You can go look at my other channel. On my other channel, there are reviews for every single game. The Bucks, the Pistons, all those games. I have 5 televisions in my crib, and I'm watching all the games on a nightly basis, sir. I have 5 TV.
So you've been watching Detroit, and you want to argue with me about Asor Thompson's defense? Are we serious?
They're worse. Hold on. No. I'm talking about what you said about Jordan Poole. Hold on. They're worse than the Wizards.
Impossible, Morris.
All them dudes who blazing.
It's physically impossible to watch 5 games at once. You're just scrolling through, catching little bits.
No, it's not, nigga. I got 5 screens.
Watching.
You have 2 eyes. You have 2 eyes.
You have 2 eyes and 5 screens. You can't physically watch 5 games at once and know what's going on.
I'm a pro. Hey, look. I'm a pro.
Tell on yourself, bro.
A pro doesn't mean you develop more eyes. You can't have.
Personally, I think y'all hating on Ticket, and I think he is able to follow all 5 games.
No, but all I'm saying is you can't have a deep understanding.
Because I know they big TVs, it's big screens, it's hard to miss.
That's what it is. Y'all just mad because y'all don't got 5 TVs.
And see what's happening. But there's no way you're watching Detroit games, analyzing what's happening.
I can tell you what happened in that game last night.
Other games at once.
I can tell you. Hey, since I don't watch the game, I can tell you what happened in those games last night. I can tell you how your boy Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson choked away the game last night too. I can tell you that. I can tell you how Cade and them. Cade should have lost that game last night. He got saved by the bell by the big fella in overtime because they should have lost that game too. Once Chicago went up 113-109. I can tell you about all those games. You know why? Because I'm watching all those games. So yes, I watched the Bucks game. The Bucks game should have been over with. That when they called that, when they called that,
5 screens, you're not paying full attention to any games. You might have them on and you're paying attention. You got one game here, one game here, and when one game takes free throws, you're looking at the other screen. I get that, but you're not getting a full grasp of what's happening in the Detroit game. If you're watching 4 other games at once, that's not possible. And if you can do it,
I actually was going to agree with you. What you said, I actually was going to agree with you. Your assessment on Steph Curry, and you were saying before the season, because I thought last night was an indictment on Steph Curry. But since you want to be a punk, that's okay. You go ahead and be one. But like I said, nobody's going to hold Steph Curry accountable. And those guys, yeah, they didn't have Draymond, but still, no. And you know who else they're not going to hold accountable that I talked about on my other channel too? Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins has had one of the biggest fallouts I've seen a player have since winning the NBA championship with the Golden State Warriors. I think Andrew Wiggins' fall off has been egregious, and nobody's been holding him accountable for how bad he's been playing since they won that championship. And I think Andrew Wiggins is a big reason why the Warriors been struggling too, because he haven't been bringing it like he's supposed to on either end. Nowhere near the level he was in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics.
We spoke about that yesterday. I think you wasn't here when we did speak about the Warriors because it was late in the show, but we spoke about that. And I said Thanksgiving's coming up. Someone can tell me when Thanksgiving is, by the way. I don't know when it exactly is.
It's the last Thursday. It's the last Thursday of the month.
Steph Curry's on his way to having his own time where he starts playing terribly. It's just what happens. So Thanksgiving's coming up. I've already accepted that. Steph Curry didn't play great. The Nuggets don't have Jamal Murray, so they're doing a hell of a job winning back-to-back games without Jamal Murray. Jokic is the best player in the world. So, but I mean, the game, I don't think Golden State ever led. I might be wrong, but I don't think they ever led in the game. They were playing catch-up for damn near the whole game. And do I think they could have won the game? Yes. But I think Denver's the better team. So I don't get if the better team wins, the better team wins. I want to talk about the Suns and the Bulls game, though, because Alex Caruso is the best defensive guard in the NBA. I don't care if he plays 2 minutes or 35 minutes. He's the best defensive guard in the NBA. You can't tell me you can do what Alex Caruso does on defense.
He's last night, Mars. He 100% is the best. I'm having a difficult time arguing against him being that's on ball. I'm having a difficult time. I'm having a difficult time arguing that.
He blocks shots. He does what?
Mars, that's Caruso. I saw some of the Nuggets game last night, but the only game I really got to see was a good chunk of that. And Alex Caruso is a problem. You don't want Alex Caruso on the. You don't want to see Alex Caruso on the other side of the ball.
Free Alex Caruso. He deserves better than being in Chicago, man. If a contender gets Alex Caruso, whichever contender it is, I'm picking them to win the championship. I'm saying
Mars, are you saying
Boston get him? If Milwaukee get him? If Golden State get him? If Phoenix get him? Whichever contender can get Alex Caruso, if he becomes available, is my pick to win the NBA championship.
Are you saying he's the most valuable asset over there for a contender?
100%.
Yes, because the contract is friendly. What he does, every team needs. Not every team needs Zach LaVine scoring. Like Milwaukee would rather have Alex Caruso than Zach LaVine, in my honest opinion.
What about Miami?
I think he's probably the most valuable asset.
Can I ask a question? What makes Caruso better guard defender than Jrue Holiday?
I think he's better around screens. I think he does more at the rim, takes charges, actually blocks some shots as well. He's more active in the passing lanes. Strength-wise, I'll probably give the edge to Jrue, but Alex Caruso also extremely switchable. Definitely more active off the ball as well. I know when you evaluate defenses, a lot of on-ball stuff. On-ball, I'm willing to have the conversation between him and Jrue, but I think everything else Alex Caruso does off the ball.
So he's a more better versatile defender.
Yes,
for sure, more versatile. And on ball, I think at worst they're probably tied, in my opinion, because his hands always stay active. He's getting around every screen. There's nothing he doesn't do on defense.
And he's bigger than Jrue Holiday too. Only that part.
He's a legit 6'4".
I have you. I'm not gonna argue. I just want to hear your reasoning. Do you think if Jrue would be put into Caruso's role as just to bring that energy guy and be that just defender, can he do that role as well as Caruso? If
he didn't have as much offensive responsibility?
Exactly. Does it shape Jrue on defense sometimes because his offensive responsibilities?
It's possible. It's possible. It's definitely possible that if he was in a smaller offensive role and he could really focus in on defense and didn't have to try score or initiate offense, he could look better, which I think is a valid point. I don't know if he has. I don't want to say the instincts, but I don't think he's as good. I don't think he's shown to me that he's as good doing the things
I
that
think
Alex Caruso
Caruso's a
does
good
without.
defender as well, though. So I just wanted to see.
But I think if there's a guard who's like Marcus Smart should have won defense player of the year, in my opinion. If there's a guard who's capable of it, I think Drew Holiday and Alex Caruso are the only ones. Since Gary Payton, I think they're the only ones who have been capable of winning defense player of the year. That includes the likes of Bruce Bowen, if you consider him a guard. Any Jason Kidd. Includes everyone who's come after Gary Payton. I think these two are the only guards who have the ability to be the best defenders legitimately in the league. So that's the highest praise I can give them. So yeah, free Alex Caruso, please free him. He deserves better than being on this.
I sent Damo yesterday that there's some teams in the market for him.
For who? AC?
Yeah, because they're gonna have a fire sale. They're gonna have a fire sale in Chicago at some point because that team isn't going anywhere.
You don't think Milwaukee calling hey, we got Marjon Beauchamp, great young player right now.
Whatever you want.
We just drafted Andre Jackson.
Whatever you want.
Please take Malik Beasley from us.
Whatever you want.
Give you anything you want from Malik Beasley.
Whatever you
want.
That's
what like any contender, if they know what they're doing, they're looking at Alex Caruso. The only team that might not be looking, Boston need depth. They're calling up too. The Lakers would love Alex Caruso. There's no team that
lost Alex Caruso. I'm still punching holes in the wall for the fact that we let him walk when he was willing to take less.
Damn, Dama, you just moved in the crib.
This is crazy.
He said that. Well,
you kiss that deposit goodbye.
Rob said that he made a mistake letting him walk out the front door.
Rob made a lot of mistakes.
Listen,
if there's ever a day where Rob is allowed to talk to fans about the mistakes he made, again. I need to be at the front of the.
Here y'all go lying on Rob Pelinka again. That was not Rob Pelinka who did that. That was your king, LeBron Ramon James, because Clutch wanted to keep. Clutch wanted to keep. They wanted to keep Taylor Horton Tucker. Hold on. They wanted to keep Taylor Horton Tucker. The choice was between Horton Tucker and Caruso. The Lakers star Horton Tucker was younger, had a bigger upside, and was more skilled. So the Lakers paid Horton Tucker and let Alex Caruso walk. And then they ended up trading Horton Tucker to the Utah Jazz. Tell the truth.
I'm sorry. Guys, I'm sorry.
Tell the truth and shame it. I know you don't like the truth. You're going to hell if you don't tell the truth, Damo. It's a special place for you.
I'm already going. I got a first class seat.
Well, guess what?
I got a first class tickets. I'm probably gonna get a job offer. Like when I get down there, like they're gonna offer me a job. Like I'm not worried about that. I'm sorry, everybody. That was my mistake. Jesus, I should not have brought up the Lakers. That's crazy.
All right, y'all. We got super chats, and we got a lot of them. So let's go ahead and make it happen. MP13 said, Chilltown, please teach Zubac how to set a screen. He's slipping the screen when he isn't a roller. He fades to the mid when he doesn't want to shoot, and then he can't catch the damn ball. He doesn't set physical screens.
And he stops diving too. Like when he dives to the basket, he cuts short instead of just continuing to dive to the basket, and he's delaying screens. On top of that, he's not hitting guys on screens. Like when the screen is supposed to come, he doesn't even wait for the contact. He'll just go, which is what a slip is. And he does that all the time. That's not that difficult to guard when I already know that you're going to do it. And he's got to get better hands, man. He does. He's got to get better hands.
40 Cal sent through the super chat. He said KP is Alfred. You agree, Damo?
I'm sorry, what was it?
He said KP is Alfred.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Alfred? Nah. More important than Alfred. He's Batwing. That's what he is.
Oh, you're talking about Batman's his butler? No. Yeah. Hell no.
Hey, shout out Alfred.
This is very important.
Hey, Alfred the man.
No, none all this stops without Alfred.
For real. And Alfred had hope.
Right.
Man, the only Alfred I care about is the version of Alfred that was actually the Joker the whole time. My real comic book nerds know what I'm talking about. That's story.
Oh, he was a double agent?
Yeah, he was basically the Joker. So the whole time he was just keeping Batman active because he loved him so much. But yeah, he was the Joker the entire time.
That's fire.
Okay. Along those lines, maybe my memory is kind of fuzzy. It's been a while since I read it, so maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it was because he loved him. But yeah, Alfred was the Joker in one of the stories.
Reminds me of a certain individual up here, but I ain't going. Y'all can connect the dots if you can connect the dots. Anyhow, J. Dot with the super chat said, this Sixers offense and defense have been flowing way better this year. We'll see how it looks later in the season, but right now they do look better as a unit. If the Celtics won, y'all will be on your knees.
Yeah, not really. How do you guys feel, just real quick, about Boston starting with Drew Holiday on Embiid? They obviously took him off, but how do you feel about him? Do you think that was them taking a jab at him for the Marcus Smart thing last year? Like
they did that much?
Yeah, the game started with Drew Holiday as Embiid's matchup.
And on the perimeter too. Like what? It wasn't on the box. It was on the perimeter.
And then Embiid went down there a couple times in the post and scored a few times.
Why Joel Embiid didn't snatch Drew Holiday by the back of that jersey and drag his ass to the box immediately and start demanding the basketball? I don't understand.
Then he got a drop step dunk and it was like, yeah, we good on that. We just gonna
that was just messing with him a little bit. They know Drew can't guard. They know Drew can't guard him down there. That's still funny though.
That's crazy. True Believer 616 said, chill. A super team is a team featuring 2 to 4 top 5 to 15 players that team up to form a huge talent advantage over all other teams. Teams formed by management through drafts, trades, free agency or not.
Even if those 2 to 4 top 5 or top 15 players are on the same team through management, that's not a super team. But dudes who get together, that's a super team. I don't understand.
Free will makes it.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like.
Didn't it just say
if you do it, Mars? If you do it with your boys, if you get together with your boys, that's a super team. But me as the general manager, if I put that together, it's not a super team.
On the super chat at the end, doesn't say teams that are formed by management through drafts, trades, or free agents are not. Well, how else do you get on the team if you can't get that from free agency?
I don't get it. I don't.
No, but free agency is different. You got free agency where the stars recruit each other, and a free agency where the team actually does it. It only matters if the stars did it. If it's a star you don't like, then you say super team.
That's what it sounds like.
You gotta think about that.
That's what it sounds like.
I think a super team when you see one. That's how we knew the Warriors were a super team. We knew that. Like you just see it. Super team. When the Sixers got Moses Malone,
bomb squad.
That like you when you see us like when the Lakers
just a
got
certain aura about
Elgin Baylor, super team. Like you can see us when you see a super team, you know it's a super team. I don't know if there's really a set criteria. You just know it's super team.
When the Lakers had Jabbar, Magic, James Worthy, Michael Cooper, when they had them dude, that was a super team. It was a bomb squad.
Yeah, you just know one when you see one.
When the Celtics,
I was listening to y'all yesterday. And that Piston team was pretty super to me.
I'm just trying to make sense of it, Big Ox, because I'm thinking about that crew that 4 of 5 players started in the All-Star game the next year. The year before that, they was just in the NBA championship. The year before that, they had won the NBA championship. I mean, that part I don't get. Like when Dennis Rodman got on the Bulls, I mean, there was this aura about them that, ain't nobody beating them. As good as everybody else is. Ain't nobody beating them. Now you got the best rebounder in the league on your team too.
Yeah, but they're not going to call the Pistons simply based on they don't have the offensive superstar. They don't have the Steph Curry or the Kevin Durant. They have Chauncey Billups. So they're not going to call them a super team just based on that. They don't have anyone who they deem good enough to be.
They don't got to. I will.
I mean, yeah, I would literally respect all of those guys. Chauncey, Ben Wallace, Rep Hamlin.
Marquavian, you just made that up, just so you know.
Especially when Rasheed got there. When Rasheed got there, it was stamped for me. That's a super team.
All right, y'all, keeping it pushing. MP13 with another super chat said, I don't usually like being this blunt, but can we talk about how stupid the Clippers play offensively? I was losing my mind watching them last night just play pickup ball in an NBA game. I'm over it.
That's what happens when you add James Harden to a team where he feels he is the system. He's not a part of a system. Nigga think he's LeBron James. Like this was a bad fit from the start. I thought it was terrible when the idea was tossed out there of him wanting to leave the Sixers and go to the Clippers. It made no sense. They had Westbrook. They had a team already, and they looked good. They did not need James Harden. It makes them worse.
It really. I didn't like that trade.
And it feels like Paul George gets ripped every game. By the way. I don't know. It feels like
he dribbles too damn much.
I'm not arguing against that. It just feels like the people own 6'8" Kyrie. He gets ripped a lot. I'm just saying.
Told y'all 2-3 years ago that boy need to stop dribbling the air out the ball.
Your Highness Charles said also Tickle was right about Harden and them LA strippers. They lost to the Brooklyn Nets without 4 starters. Them dudes are sorry.
I don't like that lineup of them 4 plus Zubac. It's nasty looking. Like I thought initially they would be like, all right, Russ or Harden. I don't know who was going to be, but one of y'all coming off the bench. The fact that they're pussyfooting around in this, neither one of y'all gonna come off the bench. That's how I know it's not gonna work.
Yeah, they need to bring Russ off that bench.
Look at you haters, man.
You're gonna lose them, Ox. You're gonna lose them.
That's a risk we got to be willing to take.
Silent Present said, for the people to know the comics, it's whatever happened to the Cape Crusader? ? Shout out comics.
Batman 686, baby.
Damo, is Batman a superhero?
Don't get me started on Batman. I'm not. I am one of the biggest Batman haters out there.
I just want to make
How
sure.
are you a superhero with no superpowers?
How could you hate
No,
on
he's
Batman?
Elon Musk with no parents, bro. I'm not trying. Don't talk to me about Batman, bro.
Is Iron Man a superhero?
No, he's a rich dude.
You can't be a superhero.
What is the criteria? I was about to add. What is the criteria?
He's a hero. No.
What's the criteria of superhero?
He's a hero.
Right.
He's not a superhero. I feel like superheroes, you need a power. At least one. Money and intelligence is not a power unless your intelligence is just astronomically out of this world, intergalactic.
If your intelligence isn't
Tony Stark is that smart though.
That's not a superhuman ability. Just so you know, right? That's not a superhuman ability, Ox. People are smart.
I've been around enough dummies to believe that is.
There's people that's dumb too, but there's also people that's smart too. So it's not like everybody is bulletproof.
Well, this what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. I think that being born a regular person, not getting bit by no radioactive spiders, and not falling into a vat of radioactive material, whatever. However you become a superhero, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you become a superhero, right? So, if you are just a regular person, but you out here thumping with people that are super, and you winning, you gotta be a superhero. Like you gotta be a superhero. I'm out here thumping.
No.
Look at that. Ain't God good? That's crazy.
No.
I was just gonna ask if
you get some super Wi-Fi.
If anybody believes Batman's a superhero, let me ask you this: is John Jones a superhero? Because all Batman is a super athlete. He's a tremendous athlete with money and intelligence and the drive to just be a super detective. I don't know. He's a hero.
Is Captain America a superhero?
Yes, he was on super steroids. Yes, he was on literally.
Damo. So Batman's more a super detective than a superhero.
Yeah, the way Captain America's superhero, the way LeBron James is superhero, man. Those PEDs be hitting. That's what
I'm saying, Damo. I mean, Captain America, ain't he just a dude on steroids?
I mean, but them steroids actually gives him some sort of superhuman ability. Yeah, he has superhuman abilities.
He's on drugs.
Stuff that humans can't do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is Superman a superhero?
Of course.
Yeah.
And why would
Black Widow is not a superhero?
Hold on. Why would Superman be constituted as a superhero? One of the criteria for being a superhero is being superhuman. Superman from another planet.
You can be an alien and still be a superhero.
Really?
We're judging. Yes, if you have superhuman abilities, which is what Superman has, you have abnormal strength. You have abnormal speed. You can fly. He has laser vision.
Yes.
He has
from another planet. He's from another planet. Not only that. Not only is he from another planet. How do we kill Superman?
Kryptonite.
Where do we get kryptonite from?
Krypton. Which is
how the hell we getting the Krypton? How the hell we getting there?
Hey, ask Lex Luthor. I don't know. Lex got it.
I'm gonna give Superman a green card because he looked like us, but I'm not really sure. I'm gonna stamp his application, but I'm not sure. But Batman, Iron Man, let's see, Batman, Iron Man, Captain America, I'm good. You a dude on steroids.
You're not giving Captain America?
You're a dude on steroids. You're a dude on steroids. That's what you are.
Steroids. No. That's super steroids. That's super steroids. That's not regular steroids.
No human can take steroids and become Captain America.
Thank you. There's people taking steroids. And
that was a theory made by that German guy.
One of the criteria for being a super, and we can move on, Ron. But one of the criteria for being a superhero is mortality. You have to be able to die. That's part of being superhuman. Yes. That's part of mortality. Mortality is part of being a superhero. Superhuman. Superhuman.
What?
Superhuman. Not just human, superhuman. And what do humans do? They die.
Superhero, actually.
That's mortality is part of being a superhero.
No.
Yes. I will die on that hill. I'm dying on that.
Wait. So is Doctor Strange a superhero?
I'm not familiar with Doctor Strange.
Because what he does,
he's gotta be.
And he was like above everyone, but what he is able to do was taught to him by another superhero or
I think
human?
I think Batman, Spider-Man.
But that stuff, he's just unlocked something that exists within the human realm.
Whoa, hold on. And I'm not even the biggest Spider-Man guy. Spider-Man, you don't think Spider-Man's a superhero?
He got bit by a spider.
And became superhuman.
He still webs out his hands.
He has super strength.
He has a web shooter. The original Spider-Man could shoot out of his hands, but now
he has. So Spider-Man can't. He don't make the webs. It's just some shit that's on.
That's Tobey Maguire. That's not.
Yeah, that was the original Spider-Man that they messed up.
Is Flash
Alex Morales don't got those?
Who?
Is Flash a superhero?
Yes, Flash is a superhero. Yes.
Yeah, you see how quick he moving?
Absolutely.
I think that he was born with the ability to just run faster than everybody else.
He got that through it was an experiment that went wrong. Well, depending on what version.
Okay, so he's a dude on steroids too. Then
listen, unless we're talking about the boys, there's very little superhero
with superhero.
Thank you. There's very
little
Superman. He's an alien.
But like you said, he's not.
What about Wolverine?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Wolverine's a superhero, though, right?
He's a superhero. Well, he's a mutant, but he's a superhero. But he wasn't born with it. Well, he was a mutant. Actually, yes. The adamantium, he wasn't born with that. He was born with the bone shit. Again, it gets real tricky. I'm a comic book nerd. It depends on what version we're going with. Right. But technically, yeah, he was born. Him and his brother Sabretooth, they weren't born with that. I want to say. Maybe I'm not too fond of the X-Men, so I may be wrong. But I don't want to get down the rabbit.
He got a brother.
Yes, Sabretooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Damo, Wonder Woman's a superhero, right?
Yes.
You damn right. Hey, you damn straight. But keeping it pushing. Teddy Hart said DeRozan improved as a player overall after Pop gave him reps at the PG position. That's all he's doing with Sochan. Continued, Spoelstra and Pat Riley did the same thing with Bam when he was younger. Gave him reps as a PG with the Heat G League for overall development. It works.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's just trying to develop his guard skills, but yeah, it's not helpful for the goal of winning right now, but I don't think the Spurs have that goal. I just think Trey Jones is good enough to be a starting point guard, and I'm disappointed as a Trey Jones guy.
He started last season. Of the 68 games he played last season, he started 65 of them. Why did he get moved into the rotation?
It is what it is, man. It's what it is.
Zero just vibed and said, I'm crying. One day y'all gonna have to just let this superhero argument ride.
I was enjoying it.
Pimp named Slickback with the super chat. So y'all acting like you know more than a guy that's coached for decades. Yield your respect to one of the greatest in the game. He knows what he's doing.
But that's what we up when we come up here and we project, not just project. We come up here and we give our opinion on what we've seen. Why aren't you using this guy this way? Why are you using this guy this way? That's what we're going off of. Coaches get fired on the regular because of dumb things that they do. And we talk about it. That's what we do up here.
And I think if you ask Pop...
Go ahead.
I think if you ask Pop who's a better point guard right now, Trey Jones or Jeremy Sohan, he would say Trey Jones. So I think he would agree that we are all aware that Trey Jones is the better point guard. But I'm also with Ron that it's development at this point. And I think that's what Pop's doing. I think none of us are arguing that it's development. But I think what we are arguing is that it's not beneficial for the team in the short term. And that's what we're talking about. And I think Pop would agree with that. But go ahead, Dominic.
We live in a country where people sit around year-round criticizing what the president does. Politicians do.
Right.
And none of us have any political bone in our body. But
speaking of senile,
we will sit around and criticize what the president does. So if I'm in a country where I have the right to criticize what the president of this country does, what governors and the Senate, all them do, I can criticize a basketball coach doing something that I don't understand.
Right.
It just seems fair.
Some of us are political science majors.
Fact. Shout out to y'all. I'm not. I dropped out.
You have one
political science in college?
No, I didn't. I didn't finish school.
I did not study political science.
Fair enough. That was cool.
John Lyon.
W school, y'all. Go to school getting them books.
Mm-hmm. Nah, don't go to school. Also,
matter of fact, John Lyons with the super chat said, how bad are these ankle injuries in the NBA? Because I remember when I played ball, I would be back in a few days or back in a week with the ankle sprain.
You wasn't playing professional athletes day in.
And was it a mild ankle sprain? Was it a severe ankle sprain? Did you just roll your ankle?
I don't know.
Wait. Mark, are you saying that
you might have played college athletes, maybe. I don't know. You might have played high school athletes. You might have played in the park. I don't know.
Are you saying the level of athletes you're playing
like,
against, the level of athletes you're playing against makes the ankle roll like worse?
Yeah. It's harder to play with an ankle injury if you're playing better people.
Oh, got you. Okay. I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you mean like the actual.
If you're playing against
like
bums, like
yeah.
I've played my sport injured against bad people because you don't really have to exert too much energy to not look terrible. But the moment you're playing against the good people with that injury, you start looking like a liability, and they find that quick. The moment they realize, oh, he can't move this way as well. Oh, there we go. We're attacking you every time.
Exactly.
That's how it goes in these environments. You can't just hide it.
And the idea that the ankle injury is that bad. Yeah. Have you ever had an ankle, a real ankle injury? I mean, I rolled my ankle in college one time. I almost passed out. That's how bad it hurt.
Yeah, all rolled ankles and
right.
ankles are not
No, they're not.
Some you can come back in the same game, and it's like
I've done that before. I rolled my ankle and it was okay.
And other times you can't walk for
yes. Those kind of ankle injuries, Mars, where I rolled my ankle and I thought I was going to pass out. That's how bad it hurt.
Jamal Williams said 20, 20, and 10. Adam Silver is a bozo. And 30 and 10. Put respect on Bam's name. And shout out to Jaime Jaquez Jr. He really played defense like a vet.
Just the same Bam that the masses want to ship out of Miami because he's inconsistent. Instead of holding him to that, and you know that he can do that, and demanding that he get better. And look what's happening. Look what's going on with Bam. Who, by the way, I think we're in year 6 with him. I think we're in year 6. Yeah, I think we're in year 6. So how about that? Yep.
Indoor Voices with the super chat said Braun will play at least 22 years and will have roughly 42K points. Clearing Kareem, simple math, he'd eventually break the record regardless of the teams.
But would he be the same player?
Those two things are not the same.
Exactly.
It's Mr. GQ to you and said, you dudes disgust me. Ron, you deserve to be locked in a room with Dwight Howard, Diddy, and Saucy Santana for the way you've been ignoring my super chats.
Oh, boy.
You know what, Mr. GQ, I got you, bro. I hear you loud and clear. I ain't going to be in that room.
That's a crazy room, gang. I ain't going to lie.
Drink more water with another super chat said chill. I understand your reasoning for having Giannis behind Devin Booker as a scorer, but then what's the logic for having LeBron ahead of Booker?
The longevity and the fact that he's still doing it at this level. He's talking about scoring.
What's wrong, Damo?
Giannis and LeBron aren't comparable as scorers.
At all. Like what
they're
what
not.
are we talking about?
If you want to say like young LeBron, sure. This LeBron,
right?
Nah.
I understand Giannis, but why do you have LeBron above him? Well, I didn't know that Giannis and LeBron were on the same level of scoring. That's crazy.
I did that part I was not aware of.
Chad, I'm running a poll right now. Who's a better scorer, Giannis, Bron, or Booker? Y'all tap in and let me know.
Remember, Giannis averaged 30 like 2 straight years.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Never done that. Bron hasn't averaged.
I don't understand why we. And I'm on record asking this question. Since when is it a bad thing that I do something awesome for a long time? Why is that a bad thing? So when I argue longevity, the fact that you've been great for a long time, whether it's scoring, whether it's a rebounder, whether it's a defender, why is that a bad thing? And a guy like James, who's still in the league, who still scores at a high level, why is that a bad thing that he's still at the top of the league? Don't get me wrong. I still feel like that there's guys, that younger guys that are there that should be ahead of him. And I'm not going to hold those guys back because James is because of longevity. But then there's also guys that I'm looking at going, I think he's still better than this dude as a scorer. And I think that with Devin Booker, James can play on the block. Devin Booker shoots the long ball. He's a streaky shooter. James is a streaky long ball shooter. Devin Booker gets downhill. James still at this age gets downhill better than him. James is a better transition player than him. James is better in the meat and potatoes of the game still to this day. So when I think about scoring, the scoring aspect of the game, I think that he's still better than that guy. That's not everybody, but just that guy.
Durr TV said, "Who's playing worse thus far, Jordan Poole or Jaylen Brown, and why?"
Jordan Poole.
Jaylen Brown. What the hell? Wow.
I don't even need to give a reason why. Nick,
Yeah.
Jordan Poole, for obvious reasons.
That's a direct question right there, for real.
Yeah, that was just disrespectful.
Direct question, you get a direct answer.
Yeah,
Jordan Poole, for obvious reasons.
That's a direct question. Yeah, I'm good.
That was disrespectful. Yeah.
Alan R said, "Philly did all that to lose to us in the second round again. It is what it is." Erg said, "I'm noticing with Luka that he doesn't defer to Kyrie when he gets hot like KD, Harden, and LeBron did. I feel like he's holding the rock. Too much. Thoughts on this?"
This is the same Luka that's who he is. He's a ball dominant guy who he's not used to playing with a guy like Kyrie Irving. So it's going to take some time. So even though Kyrie Irving gets cooking and he's playing off the basketball, which he's played off the basketball throughout his career, playing with a guy like Luka is not easy because Luka is responsible for so many other people's offense. That's not going to change playing with a guy like Kyrie Irving when he's steady pounding the basketball. So that's not going to change now if Kyrie Irving gets going, because Luka always has the ball. Always.
I think they have an understanding that Luka is him, and Kyrie has accepted the fact that Luka is him. And it's not so much Luka has to learn to play with Kyrie, it's Kyrie is adjusting to playing with Luka, because that's what happens when you go to Luka's team.
That's fair. You're welcome. This is still my house, though. I can get with that.
Speaking of him, Kyrie the GOAT 1629 sent through a super chat. Kyrie said, why we never mention Jokic when we're talking about the best scorers in the league? He can get you 30 plus anytime he wants, and very efficiently.
Xenophobia. Easy.
Yeah.
Xenophobia.
I've been mentioning him.
Yeah.
I'm going to start respecting Jokic as a scorer.
Why have you not respected him as a scorer, Ron?
Explain that. It hasn't looked the same. That's why.
No. For me, it's not that. I like the fact that he scores in different capacities and in different ways that other people can't score. For me, it's just the fact that, and part of it is his playmaking, which is one of his superpowers. But I'll just be like, Jokic, if you can go get 30 plus anytime, go give me 30 plus anytime. But Jokic, he's a very patient player, and he just doesn't force it. He lets the game come to him. I personally, and I've said this the last couple of years, I want Jokic. Same thing with Sabonis. I want these guys to be more aggressive. I want Jokic to go actively average 30 points, and he can. But once again, they winning. He playmaking, he's dominating, and he's doing it efficiently. And that's one thing that I got to give him more credit for. Jokic should come out here and get you 28 points on 10 of 13.
Yeah, but he's shooting 33% from three. So is he really that good for?
Oh boy, here we go.
I mean, it's just he's not that good. Like he needs to lock in 33% from three. You know, top 5 score.
Agreed. Exactly. Liam McLean said, on the current Lakers team, if you could replace one current roster spot with a past Laker, who would it be, and why do we need them?
Oh, easiest question ever. I'm replacing Darvin Ham with Pat Riley.
That's easy.
Super easy.
I mean, I don't know. You can replace Austin Reeves for Kobe Bryant. You can replace D'Lo for Magic Johnson.
Nah,
I'm good on that.
Nah, I'm good on that. That's too easy. The real answer, the make people sweat for real, replace Darvin Ham with Pat Riley, and I feel like things would be a lot different. Pat Riley.
You can replace Rui Hachimura with James Worthy.
Nope.
Damo, if that's the truth, Damo, and I'm going to tell you like this,
for
that's
Shaq
the truth.
Or Kareem.
Or Jabbar.
Damo, if what you're saying is true, sir, that means that AD wouldn't be playing, because Pat Riley would have kicked him off the team. He would not have been able to get through Pat Riley's practice.
He would have just. You're right.
Just say okay.
We're done.
Nah. What? Nigga, shut your punk ass up, man. You a chump in real life, bro. I can tell you a chump.
Yeah, we were chumps.
Yeah, keep laughing, Bobby Evans. I know you're.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
I didn't even know you was talking to me.
I didn't know who he was talking to. I was like,
wait, you ain't better than me in nothing, dog. I want you to know that you ain't better than me in nothing, bro. Nothing. You ain't better. You ain't
You
better
was
than me in
scared to
life,
come
nigga.
find out.
You ain't better than me in life. Ain't nobody scared of you. You ain't worth the
You
time.
brag
dog.
you a scrub in real life. You brag about having an ATV.
You a scrub in real life, bro.
ATV.
You a scrub in real life. I heard you walking around. I heard you ain't even got a car.
That's what.
Here we go.
Show your car keys, nigga.
What?
I want to see them car keys.
Yeah, nigga. I heard your car name is Nike, nigga. That's what I heard your car name is.
That's what you heard. See what I'm saying? This is what we got to deal with every day.
You don't want to, hey, Bob. And then when I do pull up on you,
you got low
what your excuse gonna be?
What
your excuse gonna be when I pull up on you? What's your excuse gonna be when I pull up on you? When I pull up on you, dog, I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. I don't want to hear no excuses when I pull up on you, dog. I don't want to hear,
for what?
my ankle was hurt. I don't want to hear none of that, bro.
Come on, man. I could never go out like that. Stop playing with me.
Okay, bet that.
I'm not gonna do this. You an internet.
See.
You are internet dude, bro. Stop playing with me.
Ask some niggas who see me in real life.
Move on, Ron. I don't need to ask nobody. Nigga, pull up on me. I'll pull up on you. Think I what? Nigga, you
pull up? Hey, well, pull. Hey, that's
you think it ain't nothing but a flight to me? Stop playing with me.
Pull up.
I catch flights.
Pull up.
Yeah, stop playing with me, bro. Dolo too, nigga. Dolo. Stop playing with me.
Hey, that's even better. I cook you in any country, any place, anytime.
In other news,
Ron, you loving this too, ain't you, Ron?
I just want to know.
I see that smirk on you.
I just want to know if the car that Bob got is a convertible, is it a sedan? Like what year Nike do you got?
I got a very modest car. You feel me? I'm not doing that crazy, but come on, man. Your standards is too low. Ticket, stop playing with me. Your standards is too low.
All right. Artem with the super chat.
You got me on here. You got me on here arguing with YouTube dudes, man.
I can look at your shirt and see piss stains, nigga. So look, we can get however you want to get to it, right? At the end of the day, I'm better than you. I know I'm better than you, and it's a waste of time.
You scared to prove it, though. You scared to prove it.
When I smoke you, you ain't gonna have nothing but a bunch of excuses, dog.
Everybody came but you.
No, you can't even make a layup, bro. You can't even make a layup, bro.
Claire was in the building.
You can't even make a layup, bro.
Haley was in the building. Mars was in the building. Everybody but your scary punk ass pulled up. You talk big talk, it won't pull up. I guarantee you don't come to the next one, you scary ass nigga. Stop it. Nobody believes
will be the next one. I will say this.
Nobody
I'm
believes
RSVPing. I'm RSVPing for the next one.
I will be there. You don't have to believe me. I've been around the world too, baby. More places than you. You
probably been to more places than I have.
I've been in and out of cheeks. I've been in and out of cheeks all my life. I've been in and out of thickums all my life.
You follow girls around with hidden cameras, nigga. Stop it.
I don't have to follow nobody around with hidden cameras. I got a team. I don't have to follow nobody around with hidden cameras. I got a team. I got a street team. I got a street team of hoes, nigga.
Move on, man. I'll be outside.
Yeah, nigga. Hey, that's the difference. Hey, that's the difference. Hey, that's the difference between being a boss and being a worker like you.
You a boss, but you said I can't leave my restaurant for 24 hours.
You remember that. And guess what, Bob?
I might give you a job. I might give you a job. I can't leave my restaurant for 24 hours because I'm a boss.
After I beat you, I might give you a job.
No boss shit.
After I beat you, I might give you a job.
When's the last time I filled out a job application? Stop playing with me.
Are you open to work part-time?
Stop playing with me.
I can have you
talking about you talking about you a boss. I can't leave my restaurant for 24 hours. That don't sound like no boss shit, brother.
Chill. When I beat this dude, chill. I don't want no excuses, bro. None.
Brothers.
It's never gonna happen, Damo. Damo's never gonna happen, bro. He's scary, but you can hear it in his voice.
We all
right. Hey, Damo. We'll be able to see it in 4K. Come All-Star Weekend.
And I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it if it's not live stream. I swear to God, if it's not live stream, I'm not doing it. Live stream. I'm not talking about no, Damo, because they're gonna want to record it. They're gonna want to record it. They're gonna want to edit it. They're gonna want to drop it 3 months later. I'm telling you right now, if it's not live stream, I'm not.
Hey, Bob, was you live when you missed that layup?
If it's not live stream, I'm not doing it.
Were you live when you missed that layup? Wide open. Was you live?
All right, bro. All right.
Brothers, this is what the man wants.
Hey, Ron, I'm just saying, it's funny that nigga talking to me. This nigga can't even score. This man can't even score on low. He can't even score on low when he talking about me. Come on, bro.
What a love that, brothers.
All right, there ain't no love.
Can't even score on low. That man can't score on
all
low.
love
You want to talk
lost.
about me?
I got no love for
You
this
want to
nigga.
talk
Ain't no
about?
need to be
He
friends.
can't score on
Ain't
low,
no
but
need to be
he's
friends.
supposed to
There is
score
no
on.
love here.
Get out of
There
here.
is no love here.
I think it's super dope to be bulletproof. I think that's super
Just
dope.
make believe, baby. Believe.
What's
Someone
superpower?
in England, that's not very beneficial to me because we don't have these type of problems.
Well, we do in this country. We definitely have those problems.
If you're bulletproof,
It's a lot of jealousy. Hey, chill,
Come
town.
on,
It
man.
ain't my fault. It's a lot of jealousy going on. Like I said, it's a lot of
Hey,
envy
no
going
notes.
on.
No
It's
notes.
okay.
I don't miss labs. I don't miss labs
Time
at 6'3".
travel
No notes. I'm
and super
6'8", bro.
speed is my
I don't miss
answer.
no labs at 6'3", bro. I'm 6'8". I dunk on this little nigga.
To answer that last super chat, I would love to have super Riz.
Nah, cause low a real dude. I got respect for low. Low a real dude. He a solid individual.
I got respect for both of y'all, brothers. Let's be. Hey, man.
The reason why I say that, Ron, because that's why a lot of these dudes today, like they not nice with the hands. That's why I say bullet, because they'll go grab the piece.
Chill, town. This shit personal, bro. That man can't beat me in nothing, bro.
After I beat you, I'm gonna send you to the basketball. When I send you
If
to
this
the
turns out to be
basketball,
the worst one-on-one game of all
You can't beat me in
time,
dominoes. You can't beat me in spades.
What?
Oh, no, these niggas want to see me on the balls, bro.
Nigga, you
Hey,
can't
look, we
beat
can
me.
be dominoes out of this, cause
Nothing, nigga.
keep him on ice, nigga. After I whip your ass, when I send you to the corner store to give me some Gatorade, you better bring me my change back. I might let you get a
I'm
buck.
instigating the hell out this matchup. Like when this
I might let you get a buck.
God.
I might let you get a
y'all
buck
think
when you
about-
bring
y'all
my
think
change
about-
ends up
back.
being a terrible one-on-one.
Nigga, hey, Ron, I'll throw the dominoes at Bob after I beat you.
Can we get back to the super chat?
If I'm
Ron?
there,
You better not throw nothing at me.
Ron, can we get back to the super chat?
If I'm
Ron?
there, I promise you.
Focus, Ron.
You better not throw nothing at me.
all right. Back to the super chats. Back to the super
You better
chats.
keep your hands to yourself and put your feet on the ground. You gonna regret that.
Super chats, Ron. Super chats, Ron.
Carolina Knicks fan.
Black man.
Carolina Knicks fan said Wemby, when guarded by Mitchell Robinson, was 0 for 6 and 2 air balls. Sorry, Victor. Maybe next time. Hashtag money making Mitch.
He got to, hey man. He got
Who gonna have a better career, sucker? Mitchell Robinson or Wemby? So shut your ass up.
Mitchell Robinson's done more in the league than Wemby has.
So now you want to open your mouth, huh?
Yo, next super chat from Johnny Mack said Tibbs wrote out a 4-guard lineup. Does that make him a terrorist, even though it worked?
No, because the Spurs have 4 guards.
Situational.
7-4.
Right.
Ruben, appreciate you, Ruben. With the Euros. All right. Shout out European Ruben. He said you put Jokic as the 6th best scorer in the NBA. He's closer to the 6th best scorer in NBA history. Yeah. LOL. Just have an honest conversation about it.
No, you're not having an honest conversation about that. No, he is not closer to the 6th best scorer in NBA history. Give me a break. Don't get me wrong.
Name 6 best scorers right now.
Right now.
Yeah, name 6
Jordan.
best scorers in NBA. Yeah, go ahead.
Jordan.
Die line.
Jordan, James, KD, Bryant, Jabal, Chamberlain. There you go.
Yeah, Bob, I'm gonna put you on my team. That way I can help you get some ladies, nigga. Straight up.
I'm cool, man. I'm straight.
Hey, Bob, I'll go get you a thicker shorty if you want.
I'm cool, man. I'm
Focus, Ron. Focus, Ron.
I'm just saying, my middle name is Bob.
I heard you like them buns, nigga.
No comment, bro.
Chef 30 with the super chat said if Tatum didn't get drafted to the best situation of his generation, where do you think he would be ranked? I'd say that D Mitch 12 to 15 level, time to win with JT.
I don't understand why it's a problem when a guy gets drafted into a good situation. Why is it an issue when a guy gets drafted into a good situation? Which, by the way, he wasn't even supposed to play right away. If Gordon Hayward doesn't break his leg, he's not playing right away. But Gordon Hayward breaks his leg. They put Jason Tatum in the lineup, and they find out, wait a minute, we were right about this kid. He needs to play right now. But up until that point, he wasn't even supposed to play. So let's not make it sound like he got drafted into a great situation and was thrown into the lineup. He was forced into the lineup. And on top of that, Marcus Smart is in year 3? Jaylen Brown is in year 2. Al Horford is a damn good player at that time. Jay Crowder, Marcus Morris. Who am I thinking about? The kid from Charlotte, Keith Murray. Scary Terry. Yeah. looking like dude look like Keith Murray.
He was in like his second year as well. He was in
Right. It's not like he jumped on a bomb squad like what Magic did when he got on the Lakers. That's not the same thing. And on top of that, why is it a bad thing when you get drafted into a good situation and you're developed?
People want. I don't know what it is. People want other people to struggle. I don't know
break.
They want you to go through hardship. I don't get it. If things are good for you, it should be difficult. You need to leave and make your life more hard so that I can be impressed.
Imagine how hard the road for Jason Tatum would have been if he would have got drafted to Philly with Embiid and Ben Simmons.
Wow! Oh my God!
That's a terrible situation.
Because then they'll just say he got drafted to another lucky situation. That's all it's gonna be.
So.
Hey,
and then he got drafted to the Lakers, and then they got LeBron a year later. They'll be like, "Well, we got LeBron." Like, no matter where he was gonna go,
that's
he was gonna be good.
Ron, I always say that's when the process officially got fumbled and failed. When Jason Tatum did not become a 76er.
When they fumbled that bag.
Wherever he went in that top three, someone would have said that he had no struggle. If he goes to the Sixers, he's got Embiid. It was easy for him straight away. If he goes to the Lakers, LeBron comes a year later. Well, he got LeBron, so I guess he wins a championship. It's not that difficult. And then he goes to Boston. It's the best situation in the league. Wherever he was going to go in that top three, he was going to have the same problem with him. So just say you don't like the guy.
Damn, he could have been a Lakers. Shit, I just thought about that.
Yeah, just say you don't like him because wherever he went, you would have had.
What? Who? JT could have been a Laker.
They picked Lonzo Ball. Remember?
Oh shit, that's right. He was in that draft. I thought he was here before.
Instead of getting Lonzo, we would have got JT, and who cares about Kuzma at that point? We would have had JT.
It's a conversation happening off air right now between two people up here. But look, I'm not gonna leak the messages. That's not my job. But Ladarius Mumford says so. Chilltown will be Luke Cage.
I love Luke Cage. I absolutely love when you take the burn out of these other dudes' hands. You see how soft they are. When they realize that they can't blast you, and now they actually got to deal with you. Oh man, I think that's dope.
Gary Golded said, chill. Why did you say Steph lives at the free throw line when he only averages about 6 a game?
Because, 6 free throws for a dude who primarily shoots the long ball that doesn't really get downhill a lot. I think you only get fouled like 1% of the time on threes. He gets to the line plenty for his game. He doesn't play at the rim. He doesn't play a lot at the rim. He plays primarily on the long ball line. That's his game. He gets to the line plenty for his game. Plenty.
He just cooked you.
Does anybody know what's the most free throws he shot per season? Or not, you know what I'm saying, per game?
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5.
6.5. So that's about the okay. See, honestly, because when we were having our conversation, Chilton, without me seeing the stats, I really assumed that Steph shot more free throws than that. Like,
I did too.
I thought he shot like 8, 9 for real.
But every
time he goes downhill, he's probably getting a free throw. Every time.
That's what I'm saying. He don't play downhill. He play on the long ball line. And if he played downhill more, he'd probably get to the line more. Why you think James Harden was at the free throw line 10 times a game? Because James Harden was going downhill. James Harden, even though he played at the long ball line, he didn't play at the long ball line like Steph does.
Yeah, because that was on Saturday, right? Yeah, that was on Saturday. And when the dude pulled up and he gave the stats, I was like, damn. Okay, I for sure thought Steph was shooting free throws.
Primarily, Mars. I don't mean he doesn't play at the long ball line like Steph, because Steph plays at the long ball line. James Harden plays at the long ball line too. But I'm thinking about how much more Steph plays and doesn't go downhill.
You got to assume too. Every time he shoots the ball, he just falls over. So it's just like
James Harden was drawing more fouls on threes. He was probably getting like 1 a game just on the 3-pointer as well. So that's like that's 3 free throws.
I ain't gonna lie to you though, Damo. Yo, I really was upset last night with that Giannis getting ejected. I wanted to fight that ref for real.
So did Giannis.
I wanted to fight that dude. That was terrible, yo.
Who was that?
Y'all see Giannis go sit courtside?
For real, man. To throw him out. Nobody came to see you, ref. Nobody in this building bought a ticket to come see you. Nobody. And to toss him on something like that, he's definitely getting a call from his supervisor.
No.
Hey, who was it?
Giannis gotta be humble. How dare you look at the guy after you just dunked on him? How dare you? Nah,
which was a fraction of a second, Mars. It wasn't like he stared in his face.
He flexed on him.
Who was
that?
He dunked on Jalen Duren.
That was Jalen Duren?
Yeah.
They should have kicked Jalen Duren ass out the game for getting dunked on like that.
No. Cap.
I mean, no, not
Let's
really.
relax,
I mean,
let's
obviously
relax,
not,
let's
because I like the fact that
It was Isaiah Stewart. It couldn't be Jalen Duren. It was Isaiah Stewart.
Well, I like the fact that he contested it anyway. Obviously, I
Jalen
don't. Really
Duren,
mean
Isaiah
that,
Stewart, James Wiseman, the same person.
Whoa, whoa,
If
and this is what I don't like.
One guy was just on the bench
Disrespect
chilling. One guy
has like 8 DMPs this year. The other was averaging double.
One guy has more DMPs than points. I don't know what to tell you.
And so who was it though? It was
one guy
Stewart
has
or
more
was Durant?
DMPs than minutes. Like 10 points, more DMPs than minutes. Let's not do that.
Let's calm down. With
Who
that.
was it though? It was Durant or it was Stewart?
Bob, it don't matter. It's the
It don't
same
matter.
person.
Okay.
Hey, was it a min? Was it a sore? Same nigga.
That's
Literally
racist.
not.
I'm sorry.
Not really.
All right, though, y'all. Amazing show today. A lot of fireworks. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, same place. You know where to find us. In season tournament tomorrow, round 2. We definitely gonna get into that. We're gonna talk a lot about that. Until then,
it wasn't no fireworks. It was a lot of poodle yapping. How would you call that?
Yes, sir. All right, fellas. I'll get with y'all tomorrow. Out.